What's up, everybody? It's Rusty Clutch here, and welcome back to the podcast. This week, I'm joined by my one co-host, my boy Omar. Yep, that's him right there, in the
That's me.
flesh.
No,
We don't
I'm
know why he
joining. I'm
talked.
joining. I'm joining via Zoom call.
Yeah, via Zoom. We're doing it via Zoom this time.
Yeah, we're
Even though we
spicing
have
it up.
Discord.
We're spicing it up.
Next week we're probably gonna do it via TeamSpeak.
Oh my god! You mean TeamViewer?
Oh, TeamViewer? Yeah, we'll do it that way. No, but you didn't. You guys never used TeamSpeak back in the day?
No, that's too
Oh,
advanced for me.
did you guys go straight from Skype to Discord?
I never did Skype.
You
Sorry.
never did Skype.
Steven!
Hey, let's go!
No,
I
I
was
never
getting
got
my
it.
ass kicked at Tetris. I'm sorry.
Oh, what? Wait,
Oh, wait.
how?
Oh, I have roommates. We were playing Tetris, and my friend is better at Puyo
Oh.
Puyo. So he's
Oh,
just.
Puyo Puyo, let's go.
Oh, Pollo Loco? Yeah, I go there all the time.
I know it's delicious, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Shit.
Bro.
So yeah, that's what I was doing, and then I also made 2 sales. So
Hey!
what's up?
No, we literally just started right now.
Just started.
Oh, do we need drinks? Fuck.
Kind of.
Yeah,
We did the.
kind of.
We're doing like the introductions right now, and then we'll
Yeah.
get to the drinks.
Yeah.
Hold
but-
on. I'll be
Alright.
back. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll grab my drink.
I'll stall.
Okay, stop.
So, like,
How's the weather?
I was.
What were we talking about? I totally lost my train of thought.
Fucking
Ham.
motherfucking a sandwich.
Sandwich. Yeah, there we go. Thought so. I thought that was what we were talking about.
Something about Zoom, and I brought up Zoom.
Oh yeah. So you went. Did you never use Skype?
Oh yeah, so I never use Skype because Skype's kind of low key cringe. Yeah.
It's bad.
See,
it is very bad.
It's bad because like I get it. There was a Skype games you could play like in a call together and stuff, but it's just I don't know. It didn't do it for me. Like even then, like I never got an actual Skype. I never made one actually either. But like from what I could tell, it was just I don't know. It was just a big cringe. Like I didn't feel like necessary to use it or anything. I literally used Curse when I first started.
Oh my god. So pre-Discord.
Yeah, pre-Discord, bro. The Curse, what is it? Walk so Discord can run.
Yeah.
Because that's what we use, bro. Like literally, Curse came out because before, I don't know how we did it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was just like we would talk in game or something because there was no real way for us to all communicate at one time.
Communicate. Yeah.
Or we would like I guess phone call maybe, but then even then some of us didn't have phones. I'll be honest. So yeah, struggle was real. And then Curse came out and Curse was like, hey, what's up? I'm Curse. New gaming thing to do stuff. And we were like, oh yeah.
No,
And so,
honestly,
yeah.
I was gonna say like that's weird. Because did you played console, no? And PC or no?
I played console a little bit. It was the deal was my brother's always got like the newest like Xbox 360 and I got the junk afterwards, hand-me-downs, the usual.
Okay.
And when I got the hand-me-downs, even then I had to share with my older brother or my younger brother. And me and him both cringed. We were like, it's my turn on the Xbox. Mom said, and we were those kids, bro. I'm serious, like that.
Yeah.
And or he'd be like, no, this game's only one player. Go away. No, it's not. So
Are we talking about the childhood trauma? This is what it sounds like.
Plug the secondary controller in and pretend like it's on.
That too. I did that too. And I got done to me as well because I'd be like, Mom, now let me play on their Xbox. That's not fair. Mom be like, all right, look, you let me play or I'll beat all your asses. And so I was like, hey man, he's witty. But yeah, I mean, I had an Xbox. I was never allowed to get Xbox Live. Again, talking to strangers was a big no-no.
Yeah.
Even though like I think there was like half a year left on my brother's. And I played Borderlands 2 on that Call of Duty, and they had gotten the like what is it, Xbox One, right after 360.
Yeah,
like they had gotten it and they're like, yeah, we got the new one, let's go. And then me, I was like, I got the 360, yay.
Yeah.
And so they gave me all their old games because there's no point in keeping them. So they had COD, they had Borderlands, they had some racing games, and then some of the first person shooters. the two I played a lot was Borderlands the one, or Borderlands for sure a lot. Dumped hella hours into it, and also a COD, and that's when I realized, wait, there's still 6 months on here. Let's go! And so like I play online and stuff, and I met my first cool dude playing Borderlands. He joined my lobby and he was like, "What's up? My name's da da da." I honestly forgot, but he was like, "Yeah, I play," and I'm like 26. I was like, "Cool." I'm like 22, bro. And I was
Fucking squeaky ass 12-year-old.
yeah, I was like 13. Yeah, man, me too. But he was really cool. He introduced me to some other buddies, and then it would just be like a thing that couldn't wait till I got home to, where I was like, bro, I'm playing Borderlands with my buddies. We're gonna fucking go play, and then we had a blast. And then
Yeah.
that faded almost immediately because
Yeah, 6 months.
6 months, even the best fall
Fall
down
down
some.
sometimes.
Uh, but yeah, and then he was like, I told him like, hey man, I only got 6 months, and he was like, damn, that sucks. I was like, do you want me to get you like a year? And I was like, wait. And I
Should
was
have
like,
told him, bro. We should be like, yeah,
no,
do
no,
it
no,
for me.
no, because then he was like, yeah, you just pay me back, and I was like, okay, like homie, I gotta come clean. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm a 13-year-old girl. And he was like, no, I just told him I don't have a job. I'm still in middle school. And he was like, oh, okay, don't even trip. I'll just get you like the 6 months. I'll give you half a year. That way we can still play because we still want to beat the game together. And I was like,
Wait, did he actually?
he actually bought me the 6 months
Oh my god, that's fucking
of
lit, dude.
Xbox Live. I was like, damn, this one's a real homie.
That guy's cool. How long did you know him for?
6 months.
That's it?
Well, the initial 6 months I got it, so I got to know him a whole year.
Yeah. And
Uh,
that was it after
and
that.
and that was it. Yeah, yeah. And then it was just, all right, did you go next? Literally the Xbox right now. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to like college or blah blah blah, so I can't play as much. It was nice knowing you. And I was like, all right, cool, bro. Did see you. And then we parted ways. It was really sad.
That's wild, bro.
It was really sad.
That's
It was really
wild.
sad. And I remember too, my mom was like, how the hell did you charge that to my card? I'm like, I didn't. She's like, you're lying. And I'm like, homie, I don't know how to do that yet. I was like, it was my buddy who bought it for me. And she's like, no, you're lying.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah, mom, check the fucking bank account. Check the
Exactly. And
account.
then she was like, I can't find it. I don't know how you did it. You better not be doing anything illegal. I was like, never. Maybe.
All the time.
Meanwhile, me in the background downloading YouTube MP3 files onto my iPod.
Oh, fucking skull downloader? Skull downloader?
No, I used MP3 YouTube converter.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
use that too.
God.
But is that illegal?
Yes. Very.
Yes.
You're
Highly.
pirating music.
Oh, I don't know.
Government a little like.
He said, oh, damn.
He said, never mind, I don't do that.
That wasn't me.
Government a little like lenient on it, I guess. They're like, we don't really care. It's music.
Yeah.
But I think it's the moment you try to distribute it, then you still in it. That's when they're like, hey man, you can't do that.
Yeah. Like
Because you're taking our money.
like you can download it yourself and that's like technically like a crime, but like it's not really looked at too much because it's like personal use or whatever.
Yeah.
But the
The
moment you try to
moment.
distribute it, like when Napster came out and stuff, that's when the fucking lawsuits happen.
Yeah. Especially with those dudes at the Ramate with the DVDs, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Going straight
And
to
like
jail.
you get it, and it's like a mix between The Weeknd and Los Tucanes del Norte.
Or you always got the shitty ones where like, damn, I didn't get a good copy. And there's a dude like walking around and he goes, sit down.
Yeah,
Down in front.
and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why I get the shitty one?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay,
Speaking of shit though,
okay,
what I'm drinking right now is a dad water.
oh, okay.
Wait, what the
I
fuck
was
is a
like,
dad
shit.
water?
I was like, you're drinking shit?
Oh, creamy. No, I mean it's not that bad. It's okay. Just
Yeah.
most people, I don't know, they're like cringe about things, and they're like,
Wait,
"Oh, you
It's
drink."
like, yeah, it's like the cheap one. It's Bud Light.
I
So
mean, I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a long
Oh,
time. You know.
yeah,
I
exactly.
was just curious, like what's a dad water? It's like I'd never heard that one before.
Yeah,
Bud
we
Light,
joke
yeah.
around and say it's like dad
It's
water or whatever
it's a
because it's
Bud.
Bud Light. It's what like the generic what a lot of people drink or whatever because it's
I
cheap.
get hella
Bud Light
flame for it.
good?
It's
Yeah, it's alright.
it's like if I had to like describe the taste, it's like seltzer yeast.
Yes.
That's the best. That's the best way I can describe it.
You
But
ever
like
drank? You ever
This-
drank bread before? Does it?
fizzy bread,
Not fizzy bread. I've drank like sweet bread. That's basically like bread pudding.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Kind of, just add a little dash of alcohol. Pretty
A little
close.
dash of alcohol, though. Yes, yes, yes.
Just like take your bread pudding and puts like some vodka in there. That's your bread.
Wait,
He
better
might
slow
be
you down
onto
there,
something.
Buckaroo.
He might be onto
You
something.
better slow you down there, Buckaroo.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
no,
fucking Omar is like, hey, if you just take a watermelon, put tequila in there, then it's like your drink.
homie, look, it was the Salem witch trials. I know what I was doing.
it
I was
was one
a
time.
I was a young buck. Come on, you can't keep holding that against me.
At one time, you try to fucking make it.
Fucking one
Dude,
time.
wait. Okay, what goes into a mimosa?
I don't know,
Mimosa.
ice,
A mimosa
right?
is just
Ice,
orange
right?
juice and champagne.
Ice,
Okay,
right?
so what if you take an orange, cut a hole in it, pour champagne in there?
And just
Alright,
eat
look,
it. Just eat it with
alright,
skin and all. Just.
look. I'm feeling attacked and a little unconscious, so
How about that second one?
it's fucking. Oh,
You might have to talk to your doctor about that second one. I was gonna say because like when I started, so I didn't really play online too much to begin with because I never
yeah.
had an Xbox or PlayStation. I had a Wii, bro.
Ooh.
So like,
Yes. Hey, the Wii was free though. You had to
it
connect to
was
the
it was
Wi-Fi.
free, yeah. But the thing was like, yeah, okay, I played those games and everything, but never had like voice chat or there was nothing like that, right?
Not like a
So
mic.
yeah, so all of my interactions playing with other people was like when we came over and had a party because most of the parties were at my house. So I pulled the Wii out, we put it in the living room, all the
Alright,
kids
let's
would
go.
play, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
that, and then when I finally got to play on the laptop, so like I used to play on our old e-machine. I used to play Webkins, and
You.
then and so that was like my first interaction with like playing online with other people. Like my entire third grade class had Webkins. We would all get online. We'd all play after school. Like you really couldn't like you couldn't like type and talk to each other, but like there was like
Uh,
chosen messages
yeah,
or whatever
preloaded
you could
messages.
select. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they'd be like, "How was your day?" or like, "Have a good day," or things like that. Stupid fucking sayings.
Cringe.
So because you could visit each other's house. So you could like you had your own house, and like as you got money, you could make it bigger and build up your
Oh
rooms
my
and shit.
god.
And so, bro, I had a fucking mansion because like you could play the shitty little mini games, like the fun ones, and you would get like one token every time you beat a level or whatever, right?
Right.
Which took hella long time to get money. Or you could go to the learning center, which that was where they got you. You go to
Okay.
the learning center and you'd answer like questions or whatever, and there was like different grades. It was like first grade math, second grade math, third grade math,
Okay,
first grade
dog.
history, second grade, like stuff like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You would answer those questions. If you got the question right on the first try, you'd get five tokens. So
Ooh.
every question you got right technically was 5 times as much as you could get from playing like a 3 or 4 minute game. So
Yeah.
if you did the math, you're like, oh, I could fucking make bank if I just sat here and did some questions.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait, were you
So
timed?
no,
Oh, easy. Just bust out the calculator.
yeah, bro. So literally, like, I did hella math questions. They were hella easy,
Hey,
and then
that's
I
what
did
came in
some like
clutch. Big
English
brain.
stuff. Yeah, honestly. And so like I'd get hella money, and I was like, I bought hella rooms. And I remember like we had like where you do rotations when you're younger in school. All right, this
Yeah.
group's gonna be on the computers. This group's gonna be reading. This group's gonna be doing this for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna swap. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So the fun thing was the 30 minutes on the computer. My teacher was like, since everybody's got webkins, you guys can play webkins, but you can only play the question games. Like you like it has to be educational, right? Like he's like you
Yeah.
can't just go play like the fuck the fuck off games or whatever where it's you like
Sal was
playing.
just like, yes, I will answer all those questions.
I was like,
Yes.
yes. I was like, this saves me time later. I was
Like,
like, because
honestly,
I
I'm
get
just
home,
making more money.
yeah, because I'd get home, my mom would be like, you can play for an hour, okay. So I was like, I already did 30 minutes of questions at school.
Mm-hmm,
I do
mm-hmm.
30 more here. I did an hour of questions and then 30 minutes of just fucking around. Like
Facts.
I
That's
already
an
did half. I already did half of the
yeah.
grind at school.
Oh
So
hell yeah.
like I'm in. It's
Yeah.
so we used
Holy
to visit
shit,
each
he's
other
fucking
after
playing the
school.
game.
Yeah,
He's
dude, I
playing the
literally was
system.
like big brain. And then after that, I finally got a we got rid of that e-machine. We got a laptop. It was a Toshiba with Windows Vista. Eventually, I upgraded it to Windows 7 myself. I don't know how because that was a long time ago, but I remember it being like, "Would you like to upgrade to Windows 7?" And I was like, "All right, fuck it, we'll try it."
Perhaps.
Perhaps, and I got it to 7, and
Will I get this cool ringtone if I do?
that's when I started playing WoW with my cousins because my older
Hey.
cousins that were much older than me
Uh-huh.
had WoW accounts, had jobs, WoW accounts, and paid for all that stuff. And he was like, "You can play it whenever I'm not playing it." And I was like, "When you play it?" He goes, like midnight." And I was like, "Oh, good. I'm in bed by then."
See,
So
that's
I
what you
would play
thought.
it. I would play it after every day after school. Because like he was never on like in the when there was light outside.
Yeah.
And so that's why I
Yeah.
got into WoW and I played that so much and like everything. And then eventually my mom was like, "I want you playing that game. That's the demonio." And I was like, "Ma,
Oh,
like
facts, bro.
kind of, but like not really."
There's a
She was like, "Look at
horde.
that. That one's got horns and tusks." And I was like, "He's just an orc, Mom. It's fine."
What'd that mean?
That's I was like, "It's
What'd that mean?
too much to explain." So then like that's how I started playing that. And then after I moved off of that is
Hmm.
when I started playing like Steam games. Like really low, shitty Steam games that my laptop could handle.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing YouTube. And so we started doing Skype. And this was like the early
Mm.
iterations of my channel where I would play like Cards Against Humanity and like cool little tank simulator games or like tank little games online, like just really shitty flash games, right?
Yeah.
Because that's all my laptop could handle and record at the same time. Like doing both of those things caused my laptop to run at 100%,
And it was you
but
had the
it
fan
worked.
kick on.
Yeah, I always had like a little fan right there on the side too, like a little like desk fan
It's like,
blowing
come
it
on, War Machine,
to
be good to
cool.
me just this once.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm only recording for 30 minutes. It'll be fine, and then immediately turn everything off so it can cool down.
Yeah.
And so, like, we would do Skype for the podcast way back in the day. Like, the first couple are on Skype.
Huh.
Damn. You're the origin story? Is that you?
Yes. And then after that, it was TeamSpeak. We played TeamSpeak. We did TeamSpeak for a while, which like I looked up how to make a server, so I was like, oh, I want to host my own server. So like we have our own TeamSpeak. Don't gotta fucking worry about anything.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I was like, damn, this is like too big brain for me, and I can't figure this out. And so I found
God.
out there was like hella hosted servers. So like we just went
Uh-huh.
to one that was like local that nobody used, but was there. And
Yeah.
so this is when me and Q would play CS:GO.
Hey, yeah.
Yes. So we played CS:GO is when we played TeamSpeak because the YouTubers we watched used to always use TeamSpeak. So that's how we came
Uh-huh.
across it. So we started using TeamSpeak doing like that. And then it wasn't until like I'll be honest, I think college when I found out about Discord.
Really?
Wait.
Like it was either senior year of high school or college when I finally was like, "Oh, what? This Discord? This is kind of cool." Yeah,
Wait, papa.
that long, bro.
No, but why
Okay.
though?
I just never paid attention because I always thought TeamSpeak was way better.
You
Yeah.
thought TeamSpeak was way better?
Yes,
That's interesting.
because of the
Hey, this
local
this
server
this was
kind of thing.
yeah, this was baby Discord on me. You
Yeah,
still
this
had to
is
make
baby
your own
Discord.
server if you wanted to do your own thing. So
Yeah.
I could see this still type of struggle where like you could figure it out, but you were like, I'm using TeamSpeak already. Why would I switch over?
Why would I switch over? It's working. We never have any issues. It's perfect. Like the
Exact.
guy that owned the server, I actually like would talk to him fairly often about like,
Mm.
hey, like I do a podcast on this day, and he was like, all right, and he was like, this channel, yours on that day, no one can enter it. Like you have
Hey,
permissions
that's
of it,
hella
and I was like,
cool.
bet. So like I was like, I'm set up here. Like why would I need to like change to
Cool,
another
yeah.
service, you know?
That's hella
And then
cool.
I was like, damn, Discord works a lot better. But now we use Craig to record, and I use Audacity as a backup.
Craigie.
But back in the day, it was just Audacity. It was Audacity for you guys, and then for me, it was OBS. So I would record my audio in OBS, and I would record everybody else's audio using Audacity. So what's nice about
Mm.
Craig is it gives me separate channels for everybody. For
Right.
Audacity, it just records everything in one.
It takes it one
So
go instead of recording our
yes,
voices singular.
exactly. So like so that way
Got it.
like I have separate tracks. So like if something happens, I can just edit out yours and I'll edit out everybody at the same time.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but when it's live, like if we do it here in the clubhouse, I prefer it in one track because I can
Mm.
manually edit it as we're going in one track.
True
And it's a
facts, true
lot easier
facts.
because we're all together and I like we have like visual cues. Like cuz the biggest issue with podcasts was always people were talking over each other,
Hmm.
which was because we can't see each other, you know? Like we can't
True.
play off each other's like reactions and how we're talking and stuff like that, so it's a lot harder. So whenever it's in person, it's a lot easiver because like you're looking at the person talking,
Social
you can
cues.
tell when social cues, you
This is
can
literally
tell when they're
social
done
cues.
talking and you talk and shit like that. So
Yeah.
eventually it made it to Discord, but yeah, that
The best.
literally I remember back in the day, there was one time we were in a Skype call till like 4 in the morning, and I had school the next day. I was laying on the floor in the garage with my microphone. I was like holding it, and it was sitting on my chin, and I was on the floor, laid out, like I want to go to bed, and everybody was like, I want to go to bed.
Oh
We
my
go to bed,
God.
and we were like, bro, we've been in a call for 8 hours. Nah, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Keep it going.
Yeah, it was wild. But
God damn it.
by the way, I am drinking a Painkiller, which is
Huh?
rum with coconut with orange juice, and I put a little bit of mango juice in it.
Hey,
It's
nice.
called a Painkiller. Good.
Yo, I'm trying to recreate that. What is it? I think it's Malibu and Arizona iced tea. I'm trying to recreate that, homie. Ever since it hit my lips,
Ever since I made it for you, you were like, wait.
bro. Ever since it hit my
As
lips,
soon as you came over and brought those Arizonas, I was like, I know exactly what to do.
it hit my lips, bro, and I was like, oh, it's time.
We
Like
can't hear you, Steven.
this is the thing I'm gonna drink.
Yeah.
And the thing is we
Cause
have some fucking black tea ones too in the garage, like a whole case. I want to see
oh
if that works the same.
well, cause I told you how I came across that, right?
Yeah, you told me the story. That's
It was
why it's
it was
like
at the wedding.
yeah, it was a good ass
Yeah.
story. That's why I was like, I want to do this again.
Yeah. Like it was like so stupid because she was like, I had this tea and I bought this Malibu. Like, what should we mix it with? And I was like,
Oh,
easy.
duh.
I took a fat swig of the tea and I just poured the Malibu in there and I shook it up and I was like, all right, we got it. And so we were like
Yeah,
passing it around.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Steven, we can't hear you, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're talking. You're
I'm
green.
not
I
talking
can't.
right now. Am I talking?
yeah,
Now
you
you're
are now.
talking.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I already thought I fixed that. That's why I jumped out back in.
Okay.
Okay,
What
But
are you
yeah,
drinking?
I was making sure.
what about the story for you the first time you ever recorded a video?
Yeah, what'd you record? What
First
game was it?
time.
Was it
The
Backyard
first.
Monsters?
What? It was
Was it
Tekken.
Backyard Monsters? Oh, of course
What
it
is
was.
the
It
origin story for
was.
Rusty Clutch Studios? What are we gonna like? Hey, I'm gonna go and record Pikmin today, and I'm gonna put that up.
All right. So there's actually a secret video
Oh,
that,
unlisted.
yes, it's unlisted. That I uploaded on my channel before I did YouTube. This is when I was like debating doing it, and
Uh,
I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But it was a long time ago. Uh, it was
Long time
in
ago in a galaxy far, far away.
actually this was like infancy Sal, like
oh, Infamous Sal.
infamous Sal. So
Yeah.
the first video on my channel was called Channel Information. I made it in PowerPoint with music in the background and recorded it using OBS, hitting the space bar to manually skim through it and make it look like animation.
my God.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, homie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, true.
You should
And
re-upload
then
it.
that's still on my channel. That one's still there.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh,
But
it's
so what?
unlisted.
yeah.
We just can't
So
see
what's
it.
the secret
No, no,
one?
no,
Is that the secret
no.
one?
The secret one is, you guys remember the ice bucket challenge?
Oh, you told
Oh
me about
yeah.
this.
Yes. So
I
way back
challenge.
in the day,
Here we go again. To ice
somebody
bucket.
challenged me to do the ice bucket challenge, right? And so I was like, I bet. So what I did was, because I didn't have any social media, right? I didn't have like literally any social media at all. Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Like at that point, I didn't have anything. Like I had a phone, I just didn't have any of that shit.
yeah.
And so,
Sal brought up a good point about video games because he was talking about the first game he ever played, and it literally snapped me back to like my childhood. I'm like, damn, what was the first game that I played? Like, because I did have the Xbox and stuff, but then it went to getting a laptop, and it was a really like old shitty Toshiba laptop, and I was like, this is it. This is where I become gamer. And I didn't have a mic either. I just used like headphones and stuff. But I still remember it because it literally like shined there, and it was like, and it was Steam because my friend told me about it. He goes, "Oh, you get a bunch of free games on there. There's a bunch of free games to play." And I was like, "All right, bet. So I don't have to pay." I looked at it, and it just shined at me, and it like glimmered, and it stood right there, and it said TF2. So the first game I ever played on a trackpad, by the way, which is a first-person shooter. It's kind of like Overwatch. Uh, was Team Fortress 2. There was classes, there was like a medic, assault, and like all that stuff. Then literally right after that was League of Legends, and also played that on a trackpad. Don't ask me how I did it, but
He was just that cracked.
I was just that good. I was able to, I don't know, play with the trackpad with League, which was astonishing to me to this day. But I back then I was just like, oh whatever, it's just me playing.
Uh, yeah. So what I was gonna say was, where was I? Oh, so they challenged me to it, and I
I
was
still
like,
get
"Fuck, what do I do?" And so I was like, "All right, I got it." So I made a YouTube channel, which at the time just said Rusty Clutch Gaming, because I was like, it's gonna be a gaming channel eventually. So I was like thinking ahead, right?
eventually.
It had no logo, it had nothing. What I did was that day I was babysitting my sister with my cousin Q.
Mhm.
What the fuck? He went to the wrong one. Oh, there he is. I was babysitting my sister, the middle one, with my cousin Q, and I was like, "All right, you stay here with her. I'm gonna walk to the corner store. It's a block away, and get a 20-pound bag of ice." He was like, "All right." So I walk over there, buy a 20-pound bag of ice, walk all the way back, and then I was like, "All right, you ready? Ready." We split the bag in half. I gave him half, and I had half. Put the ice with the water, and then we
Put
each
the
filmed
ice
one.
in the coconut, fill it
And we
all
did
up.
it on our fucking cell phones, our shitty ass cell phones at the time. And then we did it like in one take because we didn't really couldn't edit that much on those old phones, like the old like Samsung
Oh my
S3 or
god, I didn't
whatever.
record it. You can do it again.
And go buy more ice. And then I uploaded that to my channel, and that was there for like a year. And then I unlisted it because I
Why
was
did
like,
you
it's kind of
unlist it?
because
It
it was
was,
a little cringe.
it was
Plus, it was
cringe.
Babycell, and
Sal, everyone wants to see Babycell though.
well, at the time I was like, I don't want people to know
Maybe
my
one day.
face.
Maybe one day.
And then I was like, all right, eventually, like I did the vlogs and stuff, so I was like, people see my face, but like at the time, I was like,
Okay,
I don't want
here's
people to see my
here's an
face.
interesting question then. When did you become comfortable with like, you know what? People can see my face.
Never. Still hasn't done it.
I've done vlogs on my
Yeah,
channel.
he's on
Oh really?
vlogs.
Oh
I
okay.
made thumbnails for like some of those vlogs, I think.
Oh well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't know. I just saw the podcast.
Did you know
Like
he also
soft.
played like It Takes Two? Like
No,
The fuck up. I played that
that's a
with
myth.
Omar.
I know.
That's a myth.
It still isn't uploaded yet. I have all the videos already. I just gotta upload them.
It was supposed to be a secret. Come on,
Oh
Steven.
shit! Fuck.
Oh, what secret? I'm sorry.
You let the salmon out of the river, bro.
Exactly.
Well, okay, our 8 people who watch the podcast will be spoiled. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Hey,
I
you say that now, but then watch. We're like,
when
we
there's
get big.
10.
I was gonna say 20, but okay.
Hey, you're getting ambitious there, boy.
I know.
No, so it
Do you tell people in Teleria like, "Hey, watch my podcast. I do it every week."
I mean I tell some people or
Yeah,
whatever.
I tell some people as well.
I tell
It's
some
just
people. It's not everybody. I enjoy doing it just to do it and put it out there because
yeah,
it's like a log of my life almost in a way. Like I
It
can go
is.
back and watch it and be like, "Damn, I remember that time." Kind of thing. Because yeah, we
mhm.
talk about certain things or whatever, but at the beginning there's always like, "Oh, how was your week? What did you do?" And I
That's
can be like, "Damn, I remember when I did that. That was a long time ago, but I remember that kind of thing."
These are honestly like I would say
Time
time capsules.
capsules. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's why I like it. But then the first actual video I uploaded on my channel that's still there, that's like a substance video, is my Pikmin 1 Let's Play. I did that one. That one took
Are you new at Pikmin 3 Let's Play?
eventually. I just gotta get a capture card for the Switch. Uh,
How much are
it,
they?
$10.
like 100.
Oh, I was off one
That's
zero.
not
Sorry,
bad.
He was up 1-0. Yeah,
I was off by one
it's
zero.
not bad because I did Pikmin and then so I have two failed Let's Plays on my channel that like started and then never finished. And one was The Escapists, which was
Oh, you
like
played that? Was it good?
it was good. I liked it, but my little shitty laptop couldn't handle playing it and recording it at the same time. So it only lasted 3 episodes because eventually my laptop was like, nah, I don't want to do that no more.
I, I want you to stop being mean to me and
Yeah,
be
because
nice.
originally what I would do is it was like the old YouTube setup, like the old where you had a like you had your game console plugged into splitters for RCA. One went into the TV, went into the Dazzle, which was like this teardrop thing, and then it plugged into your computer, and then it recorded whatever you saw on the screen at 480p. Like
Nice.
that's how I used to do it
480.
back in the day.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Hey, it was something, bro.
Hey,
Uh,
better than nothing.
yeah. I also didn't know how to process videos back in the day, so they recorded in 480 but exported in 720 when I put them to upload to YouTube. So like a lot of the Pikmin 1 series looks like absolute dog shit. Like I'm gonna be honest here. It looks terrible.
Can't look that bad. Come on.
It looks bad because I exported it at double the FPS of what it should have been as well.
Oh
Because it
yikes.
recorded in 30 FPS, 480. For whatever reason, my dumbass exported it at 720, 60 FPS because I didn't know how video worked back then. And I was like, oh,
Like
bigger number,
just
better.
just put the big number. Easy.
Yeah, exactly. No, And I manually made that change because it was like, oh, export at 483, 30 FPS because that's what it was recorded in, right? I
Yeah.
was like,
And it
nah,
goes
bigger number.
mega 720. Big number. Big monies.
And I was like, oh, my laptop can export at 60 FPS. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
She can fucking go, bro. Yeah, it looks like shit.
The little engine that couldn't.
Yeah, and then after that, I do have the Cards Against Humanity videos. Those are unlisted,
Nice,
specifically
nice.
for the
Or
reason that
profanity.
profanity and also our I don't know,
Huh?
you might have had him. Our old calculus teacher, Bautista.
Oh, hell
He
yeah.
used to watch them and quote them to me in class.
Oh no.
Like he like would just be nonchalant and then like say something, like quote that like something from that video, and I would
Yeah.
look at him and he would just like give me like a smile and nod his head like I know, and I'm like, you
And I know,
motherfucker.
you know,
And so I was
'cause
like,
he
I enlisted him
knows.
because the next day after I enlisted him, he was like, "What happened to the Cousin Humanity videos? Those are my favorite." And I was like, "No, no,
No, no more.
not no more."
Do you
And then
think
the
he
other,
listens to this?
I know he used to. I don't know if
All
he
right,
does
look,
anymore.
Mr. B, if you here with us, I'm gonna chant this seance. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, whoa, 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 whoa. And then leave a comment, and we'll know it's
Yes,
you.
exactly. And then the other one was Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Me and Q used to play the fuck out of that game when we were growing up.
Yo, Lego Star
Uh,
Wars? Let's
so we were
go.
really good at it. Like we knew pretty much all of it. I'm gonna tell you, be honest. I learned the Star Wars like series from that video game because I had never watched the movies when I was little. It wasn't until later on that I watched the actual movies. So I was like, damn, I already know what's gonna happen because I played the Lego game. But we did 4 episodes of that. And then like it was a long time before he got to come over again to hang out. So then like we just stopped playing. We never got back around to it.
Yeah. Hey, bring
And
it back. What's
then
up?
I could. And
Revamp,
then I
remaster.
had the Mario Kart Wii tournament. I had Luigi's Mansion. I had To the Moon, which was when I finally got my PC, like my old HP PC. And it was really good because that was like a way different kind of indie game that I love to this day. That video game means a lot to me. And then Rusty to Clutch were like videos where I would try a brand new game or just play a game for like
Rusty
30
the
minutes.
Clutch.
Rusty to Clutch.
Oh, Rusty to Clutch.
Yeah. So I would take like a brand new video game I never
Catchy.
played
I like
before
it.
and I would just try to play as much of it as I could. Like just
In
try to
like a set
like
time
blind.
or
Like 30 minutes. I would play for like 30 minutes ish normally, right?
yeah.
Like sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, depending on if I was like really feeling it. But
Uh-huh.
I would just like pull out a game and be like, damn, I haven't played this game like since I was like 4. You know, let's see if I'm any good at it. Or like a brand new game on Steam. I'd be like, I bought this game. I'm just gonna fucking play it. So there's a couple videos in there that like I never
No, to
uploaded
no.
because they were bad. Like the video
Oh.
game was either like complete ass or I was really bad at the video game.
Yeah, you can't
Like
have that floating around. Come on.
well, it just was like it just didn't amount to any good content. Like I was like, it just was me dying over and over again for 30 minutes, and I was like, it was
What kind
kind of
of game
funny.
is that? Give an example.
I don't even, bro. It was a long time ago.
You were playing what's that game with the Badger dude?
Fuck, Monty Mole.
No. The dude who with the Wallum fruits. I think that's what they're called.
Oh,
What the
wait,
hell?
what? Apparently Crash Bandicoot? I've
Jesus
actually
Christ.
never played those games other than a little bit of the remake. Those games are fucking weird. Like,
Bro, they haunted my
A,
so
dreams,
l-
but I love them.
a little bit. Like when the mask gets all close to you and you're like, ah.
Yeah. Iga boko, iga boko.
Yeah. No.
I actually kind of do feel like Crash Bandicoot is like
Oh,
Crash
Omar.
Bandy's
It's very
cooch.
similar.
yes. One of the like biggest accomplishments for me,
Huh? What did he
uh,
say?
when like I was doing YouTube a lot and I was uploading like 5 videos a week
You did win.
in high school and like at the very beginning of college, I was uploading 5 videos a week. I was doing the podcast, 3 Let's Plays, and 1 Rusty the Clutch every week. It was a
I
lot.
was going in.
I
Was
was
it
going
fun?
ham. It was fun, but I was burnt out like really quick because it was like, all right, you're gonna get home and you're gonna do homework till 12 a.m. and then you're gonna do YouTube till 3 a.m. and then you're gonna wake up at 7 and go to school. And I was like, ah.
Yay.
And then so because I was like going ham and like I was getting quite a bit of traction and like there was like a lot of views and stuff, like consistent, like not a lot, but like very consistent kind of viewership.
Yeah.
This guy reached out to me, sent me an email, and he was like, "Hey, I got this game called the Superfluous, right? Which was like a rogue,
I'm sold.
roguelike
I'm sold.
dungeon
I'm
crawler."
sold. You said rogue? I'm in.
And he was like, "I want to give you a
He's
key."
hot.
He was like, "I want to give you a key, to my game and everything, so you can play it, demo it
Yo.
for me. Like, I'd really appreciate it." And I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, dude!" It was like an indie developer, and he was like, "If you do a video for it, send me the video so I can link it to the page." So what happened was,
Yo.
yeah, so I did that
Clean.
video, I uploaded it, and like it was pretty good. I was a little bad at it because like I wasn't too good on like keyboard and mouse yet.
Mhm.
And I probably could have plugged in a controller, but I was like, no, I want to do it on keyboard and mouse. And it was fun though. It was really cool. Like it was a really good, like honestly polished game for being this guy's first like project. And sure enough, on like the front page of like where like for the game or whatever,
Yeah.
when you like scroll down to like the reviews or like what like it was like people playing the game or whatever, it was my video right there. Like you could
Yo.
click on it and it'd bring you like you'd play it there, or if you hit like watch on YouTube or whatever, it'd take you to my channel.
That's pog.
Yes,
Wait, did
sir.
he get back to you or like did he make a remastered version of it or no?
No, he. You remember when that shit happened in Texas when the huge storm hit and flooded everything?
Oh, last Saturday?
The, yeah, no, it was like yeah, but it was like back in about 2017 because this was uploaded in 2016. It was like right near the end of 2016 when this happened.
Right.
Like he put out the game and everything, and then like a huge like tsunami hit like southern Texas or east
No.
western west southern western Texas, and like flooded his house, destroyed everything, so he had to move and everything. So like
What?
yeah, bro, because I remember like he was like sending out emails and updates and stuff. Because I was like, bro, I want to see where this goes, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So the game got pretty good traction and everything, and did very well on release and everything like that and stuff. But like he never like got around to making anything more of it after. Like he did a couple updates, but like minor
Uh-huh.
fixes and stuff. But he never got around to like doing it. And I know now he's working on like a second game because I went back and revisited it like
Ooh,
about 6 months ago. He's working on another game. It's different from this one, but he has like the developer's doing it again. So
that's
yeah.
clean.
And then I used to do some commentaries. This was before the podcast. This is when I was just like testing out, just like kind of like talking to the mic. Um, and then I played The Simpsons Hit and Run, which was fucking amazing.
Oh
It
my
was,
god.
yeah.
It was just a
I
taxi reskin, wasn't it?
no, it was like a Grand Theft Auto reskin.
Oh.
Yeah, it was fucking
There's
awesome.
still one with the taxi reskin though, isn't there?
Yes, that's Road
You have
Rage.
to. Oh, okay, there you go. That's what I'm
Yes.
thinking about.
And then I did a Donkey Kong Country co-op with Ben from high school.
Oh, you mean my yeah, Ben.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Ben did a co-op of Donkey Kong Country. Uh, I played a couple more Rusty to Clutch, like just on old Super Nintendo games, and then the first podcast was published May 11th, 2018, and it's titled "I Only Cheat Against Cheaters," and Sunny Rue said that.
Only cheat
I
against cheaters. I
I
love it.
I only cheat against cheaters. That's the first one I remember that because he said that and I was like, that's hilarious. And he goes, you should make it the title. And I was like, I should. Wrote that down. And so
Write it down. Write it
that's why like whenever I do the podcast, like it's a quote from the
down. Nah, hey, tradition, bro.
yes. And then
Let's
the second
go.
one is that came out a week later because we were consistent for like the first 15 or whatever. Was I got a thing for guys in red suits. I said that. I was referring to Spider-Man and Deadpool and Flash. And then
Tough.
water doesn't even have that much oxygen. That was our boy Danny, rest in peace. And
Yeah.
then episode 4 is called "Where's the Audio?" because your boy fucked up and forgot to hit record.
Uh-huh.
So I did like an 8-minute like recap video about what we talked about, just because I was like, nah, I gotta be consistent, like. So I uploaded it.
God damn it, so yeah.
And then the week after that was words. I know they're hard because that night we couldn't talk. Like it was just really hard for us to like get through sentences. We were fucking it up.
Man,
And
y'all been
then
drinking.
I know we were just monkey. And then the week after that was my top 3 games from E3 because we used to do E3.
Hey, nice.
And right about the time I was doing my Legend of Zelda playthrough. And then what is
Oh,
real
that
pros?
time? I remember those when you were doing Link to the Past in college.
Yeah, because this is like senior year bleeding into college. So I did What is Real Will Prosper. That was my boy Danny. He said that one to me. I did another sponsored video. It says, and I named literally the title says "Check this game out, Module TD," which was the tower defense game.
Oh, okay. Chimps?
It was like it was like a little shitty like Chimps knockoff or whatever, but it
You
was
play
like tower
tested chimps?
defense.
Let's go.
And I was like, all right. I put it out there. The guy like sent me a code, and I was like, fuck it, I got nothing to play this week, so I'll play it. This one number 8's called I'm gonna be flying solo this week. I did a solo dolo podcast that day because nobody was available. And
I mean,
then
I was, but it's whatever.
oh my god, dude. Number 9, published July 14th, 2018, is called Don't Punch Tires. That's when Q punched a tire for a Happy Meal back in high school and broke his pinky. I remember that. That was our
No.
senior year of high school. I remember
Oh,
that. He punched a fucking tire and he broke his finger, his
it's
pinky,
gonna
and that's when
hurt.
he stopped playing Destiny 2 because like
Coincidence?
he couldn't hold it, the controller. He
Yeah.
stopped playing, and then when he got back into Destiny 2, he was like everybody was so far ahead, I didn't want to play anymore. And then episode 10, that's when Steven comes in.
Okay. Okay. Steven's
It
arc. Let's
says
go.
she had 4 shopping carts tied together with bungee cords. That was I'm
Carlos.
pretty sure Carlos, yes,
That was
when he was
Carlos
talking
for sure.
yeah, when he was talking about RNN.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it and let's see. I'm looking at the thumbnail because I used to make these thumbnails. They're really shitty. It was just images.
That early? I don't remember being that early in on the podcast series.
You're in it because your fucking logo's in it, your pink one that I asked you for way back in the day. Remember that one?
I remember that one.
July 28th, 2018.
2018. That was our freshman year.
Yeah, that was freshman to freshman to sophomore year of summer.
Yeah,
Because
wait,
it's
February?
July.
Yeah, that is actually, wanna know why I remember that? So when I put in that I've worked as graphic designer type stuff, I was like, when did I start doing things for Sal and doing his art? And I was like, when is the first podcast I joined in? Like February 2018, okay.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And so this podcast, I remember this one because we were talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine and him getting his ass beat.
Yeah.
And
I do remember that.
we were talking about the Super Bowl, and then you're gonna drive 3 hours for some beans. That was me talking about how I used to come home all the time to visit.
Oh, what's the meme where the dude goes, yo, how far would you drive for your girl? Anywhere, bro.
Anyway, yeah.
What about Nebraska? Oh,
Oh
fuck.
fuck no. Yeah. And then Americano pesos or whatever you guys got over there. And then the dog dies, but it respawns in another body.
What the fuck? That was dark.
Bro, some of these titles are fucking wild. I don't know, man.
That's a little dark, man. I don't know about that one.
And then I attempted to do a Pokemon Emerald Let's Play where I try to make it similar to the uh an animated series. That flopped really hard because like I lost motivation for it really quickly. Because that
Oh,
was about the time when like I was trying to do YouTube, but I had a lot of stuff on my plate, and my girlfriend was like, "Why do you do YouTube? Like that's stupid. It's a waste of time." And I was like, "Damn,
yikes!
I don't want to do this anymore." Like
So you got motivated, bro.
I was already feeling not motivated to do this, and
Mhm.
now I don't want to do it at all. So I just stopped. And then if she burnt mac and cheese in the microwave was when we were talking about. I think it might have been Q's ex girlfriend.
Yeah, that's the
And
one where House on
then
Fire. I gotta go buy it. No.
I think so, yeah. And then there's I stole the money and left. If you're gonna steal it, be effective, goddammit. Those were two back to back, one after another. The first podcast outtakes was February 24th, 2019. That was fucking hilarious. I'm just glad Wendy's didn't hire me. That's when Sunny was looking for a new job. And then on February 28th, 2019, that is when Steven made me my first thumbnail for the podcast. It just said the pod and it had my microphone logo on it.
That was an initial thought. I've been behind on so much. I'm sorry.
You're
I
good.
gotta get back on that first.
And then that's when the Minecraft arc happened, where we did
Oh, Minecraft?
we did like 4 episodes on Minecraft, where we did like challenges and stuff. This was like way back
We
when
could
I
do
had like
more.
we could do more. Yeah, we obviously could do more. It's just
You know
like,
what was
Vendors, no?
fun? When we did
Excuse me.
Among Us. Even though I was drunk
Oh
and
my
tired, that
God.
was fun.
oh my god, Among
I don't remember about that one. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Us. You were there.
Like,
Shut up.
No,
I
I
even
wasn't there.
incorporated that into the thumbnail, like how wasted I was.
And
No, I'm glad I wasn't there.
then I started Pikmin 2 in 2019, and I finished it like 3 months ago, I think.
Oh wait, it's done? I thought you hadn't uploaded the last video.
I already did, bro. The
Oh,
finale's
I'm
been
sorry.
uploaded for like a week. You good, bro? And
You
then
sleeping, motherfucker.
my first vlog was April 16th, 2019. That was a vlog I did with Q when I went to go visit Q. And that day we were setting up a computer, a desktop for Q, so he could start streaming on Twitch and doing YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. And then the second vlog was the day after we went hiking. I had no idea how to vlog. And then I think the third vlog was me doing my UC Davis experience where I was sitting in my living room, like in Davis, my room or whatever. And I was
Yeah.
like talking about UC Davis and like what I felt about it and stuff. And it was kind of just like a good like trying to get shit off my chest. And that's
Okay.
why I ended up starting the fireside chat, which was the first one was called Driving Thoughts and Thank Yous. And then the second one was where I've been and where I'm going. Those were cool. And then most of it's just Pikmin 2. And then now pretty much the only thing on the channel is the podcast. Like every now and then, like, yeah, like Pikmin pops in or like a League video pops in or Among Us or vlog. But now it's mainly just the podcast. But yeah, sorry, that took a long time. But
Yeah, you're
that's
good.
basically, that's the history of the Rusty Clutch Studios.
Yes, sir.
But
Yo,
what are you drinking, Steven?
yeah, I was like, we never got to Steven. Steven, what are you drinking, man?
Good talk.
Cool.
Hey, I was saying shit and it didn't show up. I was saying that, like it's the first of many years of your podcast, and we don't have like 100, but like in a bit, it's gonna be several thousand. And as you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that's how it started. He was a bitch in high school. Cool.
Hey, how'd you know? Who told you?
How'd you know?
Oh shit, what am I drinking? I'm a little buzzed. I'm not super there yet because I've drank half a mug of whiskey.
Ooh.
Excuse me?
Half a mug. I decided to finish a Jack Daniels. We had half the bottle. I put it in a mug. I put ice.
Oh, okay.
I'm having fun.
I heard muck. Like the
Oh,
Pokemon.
well,
I was
it
like,
might be like the Pokemon. I don't fucking know because it's kind of nasty.
Oh, you're just drinking it straight. You're sipping on it.
Yeah, basically.
Tip my hat to you.
Yeah,
Like
honestly.
I drink alcohol straight. That's my thing.
I'm good. I'm glad you have the thing.
Exactly.
Like I don't know. Like I can't really. I see. Here's the thing. I don't like bitter flavors. I hate them. They're the worst. Like
Mhm.
it sucks. So, thus, I don't like drinking alcohol for the taste. Like, I hate it. I hate beer and I hate liquor. So, when I drink with the purpose of getting drunk. So, I will drink a lot of liquor fast. That is what I do. So,
Respectable.
for
Respectable.
that purpose, I have filled my biggest mug with rum. Not rum, whiskey, Jack Daniels whiskey. And
Yeah.
I put some ice in it, filled it to the top. I'm halfway.
There you go.
There you go.
So I'm
He's
having
onto something.
fun. We're doing updates on like
I'm
us,
having
right?
fun.
So
Yeah, tell me about your week.
so fuck. I had so many bank issues. They're not fixed. Kinda, maybe. We'll see.
You committed tax fraud too?
Finally getting paid for shit which I should have been paid for a while. And I'm waiting on $1,000 more, which I should have been paid. So we'll see when that one comes in. But that was a lot of stress that I am finally starting to feel better in. I think I mentioned last week officially got promoted, so it's nice getting more money. Like that's been good. And I still haven't since I don't have any agents really, I'm not being charged for recruiting, so I'm happy with that. That's nice. Um Real estate's been slow, but because I had so many issues, I haven't focused on it recently. So tomorrow's gonna be back on the horse for that, getting more deals. Omar, let me know when to start looking in your area.
Yeah, for sure.
And give me like some time to find something, Like don't just
Oh,
be like,
yeah,
hey,
of
I need to
course.
move in tomorrow. And I'm like,
No,
fuck.
no, 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 no. What's probably gonna happen is we'll get it, and then when we get it, I'll probably tell you, okay, we need to start looking now.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'm not just gonna drop it. Okay, I need tomorrow, or we're gonna get kicked out.
I need it today because we're leaving. We have
I
nowhere to
did
live.
it yesterday, homie.
Hey, I'm homeless. It happened a week ago. Can you find us a home?
Exactly.
Like we're living under the Denny's. Like,
Oh, you
damn.
too?
You see
Nah,
things at Denny's
I'm
at
on
night,
the
like
I'm on the west side where the tracks are. I built a home using tarps and a stick.
Oh my
he's
god.
like,
Oh, like
bro,
most
bro,
homeless
bro.
people?
Bro, dude, those guys are kind of built different. I'm just saying.
There's like a fuck, I forget what it was called. It was in like a slum basically, like hella tents,
Yeah.
just like set up by the tracks here in Tulare.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's
Oh,
still
South
there.
Steven. Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, it's still there, man.
Yeah. No, that sounds too because like that's like hella shit or whatever. Because the tents or whatever that are there, they
Yeah.
like they've been there for forever, and they're just like they're lined up in rows, just like it's like a little community there. They're just
Hmm.
homeless people. It's wild.
Well, the thing that I was told about it was the the county won't move them because they're on the state line or something like that,
Yeah.
and they won't continue to move them unless the county comes out and pushes them on the state line, or no, the state comes out and pushes them on the county line, and then the county goes back and forth
Yes.
or something like that. Not 100%. Don't quote me.
It's like the same thing when the homeless people were way over here by my house.
Hmm.
Like the police couldn't do anything because they were outside of city limits.
Yeah, the
But the
jurisdiction.
sheriffs, yeah. So the sheriffs were like, "All right, we're gonna kick them out." So they just moved into the city limits, and the police were like, "Damn, now it's our problem."
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be
And then
like,
I
The
"Nobody
guess
thing
wants to
is,
fucking do it."
in California, you're not allowed to arrest someone for being homeless, so they can't
just buy a
really do
house.
anything. They kind of just push them out in different directions.
Buy a
So
house.
they
Yeah,
just
how are
come
you
back.
homeless? Just buy a house.
Just ask Steven for a house. Just be like, hey, Steven, look for a house for me.
No
Yeah.
cap, just buy a house. Let's just say solve your problem.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But fuck, so yeah, I didn't know, but Omar is now homeless by the Burger King, but not the good Burger King, but the Burger King with the tweakers. So that's a
Oh
problem.
Yeah,
no.
the bad
Oh
one.
Um,
no.
Bad
so
one.
fuck. What was I talking about? Talk about me. Okay, yeah. You can tell I'm a little bit drunk now.
Oh, you're fine.
Nah, you never.
I got to get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's more Bible and beer. Well, that's what
Nice.
I call it, but like the church officially calls it God and Grub. I host
Yeah, no, I like yours better.
I like yours. Bibles and beer.
B&B.
so because basically each week I host a thing at my place where we talk about God and enjoy food while we're at it. Because one, it's nice to talk to people because God is a hard subject. He's very interesting
It's
to learn about, and he's also mysterious. So you can't do it alone. I tried; it sucks. So it's nice to have, and it's interesting because there's this little old lady. I lost her 3 times.
what?
That I felt so bad because she came like 3 other times before. We never found her, and then she
Oh
called. We
no!
called.
What do you mean,
What do you mean you lost the old lady?
We never saw her in the first place.
bro? That was dude. That right there.
But
That was
last time she actually was able to show up, and it was good to have her input. She was very
oh,
nice. She's very sweet. It's
Oh yeah.
very interesting dealing with the little old lady. So that's a thing. What else? Um, what else? Yeah, there's nothing much interesting. I've been doing a lot of therapy for roommates because you know what? People have issues, and you know what? It's like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're not
ugh,
wrong.
it kind of just.
Man, find a
I'm
roommate.
glad.
Bro.
I'm glad
Yes.
I'm like at least okay with my issues right now. You know, because there are
Well,
some dark places you can be, and I'm like, thank God I'm not there right now. That's fine. I don't need that in my life right at the moment. You know what I do need in my life? I need a girl, but girls are hard to find, especially good girls. Because you can get any girl, but then most girls suck. So that's a problem.
He's not wrong.
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong,
This man is
bro.
speaking true
It
facts.
it hurts me whenever I see the dudes on like either like Hollywood or like near the pier, and they go, "Would you cheat?" And I'll go, "Yeah, I would." Or like, "Have you ever cheated?" "Yeah, I have." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Damn."
where they do like the interviews or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, "Damn, how could you say that?" Or like, what? Like,
And be so nonchalant about it.
yeah, and it's like, okay, what happens to you? And then it's like, oh my god, and it's like double standards.
Well, yeah,
I
speaking of like the things that we do, I know you guys play League all the time, but
okay.
did you
Right.
know
That's
that the
wait,
League World Championships
hold
are
on,
like now?
wait,
I didn't because I'm watching baseball,
wait,
bitches.
hold on,
Hold
hold
on.
on, wait. I was gonna say books because I was gonna transition perfectly into mine about
Yeah, yeah,
teaching kids
yeah,
how to read
yeah.
and how my week was going. But I like the enthusiasm.
I like the
Wait,
enthusiasm.
He's
wait,
got the right
Put a
idea,
pin
but
in
he's,
it.
he's a little confused.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. I thought that you guys did that at first because I thought the first thing we were supposed to talk about was like
Yeah, what's our
drinks,
drinks?
but then
And
I thought
then
you guys
yeah,
talked about your lives, and I was like, okay, I'm
No, you
sorry.
good, bro. You good. You good.
you good. Like I said, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I like it. It's there. He's just a little confused.
Tone it down. Tone us down. Like,
No, 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 not tone it
I'll
down. I
try to
mean, like,
No,
wrinkle
let's
no, no,
up
no,
real
shake it
no,
up.
quick.
no, 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 no,
Shake
Try
no,
to
it up.
no.
wrinkle up real quick.
Turn it
We
up.
like it.
That's the max.
Yeah,
Wait, wait,
that's
wait.
the
That's the
max.
max.
That's the max.
That's the max.
Right?
That's the
So
max.
you're reading to
Uh,
children.
so not necessarily reading, but like this last week's group has been the first one has been okay because they've got the idea of like, okay, don't copyright. If you need help with spelling, I'm here and stuff like that. And then the second group, they're still kind of like plagiarizing and like not doing what they're supposed to. And I'm like, hey man, I already told you I let it slide once. You can't keep doing it. And he goes, but I wrote it. And I'm like, okay, look, I gave you points last time for like being cool because you're like big brain. I like it. But you can't keep doing that. You need to do like your own words. And he's like, but I can't type. And I was like, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. Like, just tell me what you want to say and I'll type it for you. And then he was like, oh, okay. Because some of these kids, bro, I feel like if we're gonna keep teaching them how to be on Chromebooks and stuff, we got to teach them the
How to
right
type.
the right finger placement for typing.
Yeah.
Cause golly, bro, watching them peck hurts me
Oh my god, when
so bad.
they bundle up their hands and it's just the two pointer fingers and it's just like
Yeah,
beep beep beep
no,
beep
and
beep.
I had one kid. who like if he couldn't find it in the middle using his index fingers, he'd put them down and lift up his pinkies and then look on the outsides. I was like, "What are you
Oh,
doing?
no,
Wait, what?
no.
What are you?"
He had the foresight, bro. He was like, I have to use more than just these. And then that's when you hit him with just open your entire hand, and he goes, oh my god.
But he was like, if he can't find it in the middle, he just put the indexes down, lift up his pinkies, and he would like look left and then right and go, "Okay, there it is, A," and then like we would continue the word, and he has to do A again, and then he closes his fingers, open them up, and go, "I know I just did it. Where is it?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, please!" And it's and I always get complimented on this as well because like I know how to type or adequately, I'd say, like I know where to put my hands, um, and so when I have to put in my password or when I'm typing for them, I'm not looking at the keys. I'm staring at them like, okay, like keeping eye contact. Like, what do you want to say? What are you trying to say? Or does this sentence sounds good? And I'll type really fast, and they'll look at me and go, "How you do that?" And I'm like, "Okay, look, place your hands like this, and then you just practice." And they're like, "I don't know how to do that because my fingers only do this." And they bundle them up again, and they start pecking. And I'm like, "God damn it!" I'm like, I don't know if I should just tell them, "Oh, just go on, typewriter.com or whatever, like practice typewriting or something," because then I feel like I'll get in trouble for like telling them to go
Yeah,
someplace or like because if they type something wrong, it's on me. Like, hey,
yeah,
I typed in key and I found a picture of a girl, no,
exactly.
or something, So I'm like in class, I'm telling them, okay, look, you just like put your hands here and then practice. Every time I walk away though, they move their hands and go back to picking, and I'm like, they're just not there yet. But I really feel like if we are gonna keep pushing the Chromebook things on them, we gotta teach them typing at least like maybe 15-20 minutes of just hand placements. Because if they learn it at that age, homie, by the time they get into like middle to high school, that's a big advantage. Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
even when when I was typing with one of the other clerks over there, and she was telling me what to type, and I was just listening while like typing, not looking at the keys. And then she was like, "Damn, you know how to do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, "That's kind of cool." And I'm like, "Guys, you just ah." I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that. Or like the other time when I was at a Home Depot, this guy was telling me his like order and like what he wanted, whatever, and then I'll put in the notes, and then I'm like listening to him, keeping eye contact again, typing, and then there's some old guy, and he goes, "Wow, you're really fast on the keys, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, it's a skill I picked up." And he goes, "That's really good. You can own your own company soon." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
He goes, "Are you the Bill Gates?"
"Is that you? Wait, undercover boss?" Oh, in that case, my family died in a terrible car accident. My dad got ran over, chopped in little pieces.
Exactly.
Uh, I'm an orphan. I got no family left.
Exactly. Key and Peele?
Yeah, exactly. The skit. But other than that, my week's been pretty much the same. It's still working on the same old things, and then now I got teachers kind of hounding me almost about because okay, it's not really them, it's their kids because you know how they're kids. They're gonna keep asking, "Where's my Chromebook? Where's my Chromebook? Where's my Chromebook?" Because I still don't have it. I still don't have it. I don't have it. So the kids are like hounding the teachers, which they are now hounding me. So I'm like, look, homie, I told you they're gonna wait. They gotta fucking wait. Okay, that's all I can say. I'm not giving them. I'm not giving these stuff for free.
Yeah.
And then I told myself that tomorrow I'm probably gonna like take a break for what like the thing I'm working on now, which is like the parent confidential forms.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm at 79% done.
Okay.
Uh, I still need like a couple majority, but for those, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it out for the kids, and I just need the bubbles and the signature, and I'm gonna hand them to the teachers. I
Okay.
feel like that's my best course of action to do it that way. Because if I give it to them blank, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna forget about it again, or I don't know. I just want to put like their name and that's it on it, so the teacher can be like, "This is yours. This is yours. Take home. Not just take one,
Yeah,
put it in your backpack."
please. Yeah, please. This
You
is
know,
yours for you. Fill it out.
like please don't forget the
Yeah.
signature. And I'm gonna highlight it too, like this, and the signature
Yeah.
because oh man. But like I said, I'm gonna take a break on that so I can get Thursday that stuff is situated, so I can get maybe some of the kids or most of them their Chromebooks, so I can stop getting emails because it's email after email, homie. It's like It has come to my attention that two of my students have yet to receive their Chromebooks. Why is that? And I go back. Well, it seems that indubitably that the Chromebooks were returned in broken. Therefore, hence, a quick pro quo would be they have to wait. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get this, you get that. Okay, homie, just wait. And it's just email after email. And then on top of that, too, the like kindergarten teachers are like harassing me too, kind of. They're like, hey, I don't have no Chromebooks for my class. And I'm like, that's cool. That must suck. What do you gotta do with me? Like, well, I don't know. Can you just give us some? I'm like, I don't know. Can I? They're like, oh,
Yo,
I don't
yeah.
know. Can you?
Let me just pull Chromebooks out of my ass real quick.
Oh, hold on. Let me just open the hatch underneath my desk and tell the little chink boys to work faster. Like, I need them pumped out now. Come on,
Yeah.
on
Come on,
the leg.
kids. Yeah. Working
No
overtime.
breakfast. No breakfast. Oh, wait, is it no lunch? There you
No lunch. Yeah.
go. I barely give them breakfast though, because I just give them eggs.
Yeah.
Other than that though, it's been schmoving. The weekend though, like the prior to this, like pod the weekend, that was lit. It took me back to when we all went to Lake Isabella and like camped over there
Hey.
because I never got into the whole camping thing, kind of. Like I like the idea. It's like, okay. But when we get there, it's kind of like, damn, my back hurts. Or like, damn, I'm cold. And it's like I don't know. I never really took it into practice until my girlfriend, surprisingly, out of like everything she likes doing and doesn't like doing, she said, camping, I want to go. I love camping. And I'm like, really? And so that just did it for me. And I was like, okay, if you want to do camping, let's go. So my brother extended the invitation to us that we're gonna go to the Mojave again. And they rented a razor, so it's like a two-person razor. They're gonna drive it around. We're gonna talk, chill, chill vibes. And like we got there, it was supposed to be like a 1 day thing where we go there, camp the night, and then come back.
Yeah.
But I was kind
You
of telling,
told me.
yeah, and I was kind of like, yes, that's what the idea is and stuff. So we got all packed up. We ended up leaving here like at oh god, we all said we would leave like at a right after one of the kids' uh baseball practice or whatever for kids, for toddlers, whatever, and we didn't. We ended up leaving like at 2.
My God.
We're supposed to leave at like at maybe 11:30 because it's only 30 minutes. They like toss the ball around, give them exercises. We're supposed to leave like 11. Like I was thinking, we get in the car, we dip, dip the fuck out. But no, we didn't leave till like 2:30 almost, maybe 3, and we didn't get there till like 5. Or no,
God.
like 6. The drive was chill though. Like I like driving over there or like to the Mojave because it's just whenever I go over there, immediately I get instantly vibes of New Vegas. And
Really?
I love New Vegas. Yeah, like whenever I'm just like in New Vegas, you're like walking through the Mojave and you see all like the desert and the cactus and stuff or whatever. Like I don't know, I get those vibes instantly, and I'm like, damn, I'm in the Mojave. Big iron, big iron. Uh, but other than that, the drive was hella cool. It was chill. When we got there, we set up the tents and stuff. Everybody got situated, and then we got the fire going. We got the salad cooking, and then
Hey.
we started busting out the beers, the Seagrams, started drinking a little bit. We were just talking. It was a chill vibe. It was another good weekend that I'm like, damn, I'm really happy that my job lets me have these weekends because let me tell you, man, working like weekends and weekdays and just like not having a consistent schedule and not having weekends off, like guaranteed, to having them now is like totally different, bro. It's
Yeah, because you can plan
it's
around it.
life changing. It's literally life changing because I'm like, damn. Or like, because before they'd be like, hey, we're having this trip, and I'm like, damn, I can't. I have an 8 hour shift that day or Saturday, or like I have a 4.5, or I'm off that day, but I have to go back in Sunday. No, now it's like we're doing this Saturday. I'm like, bet I'm down. I'll be there, no doubt.
Yeah.
So it's really like a blessing. Like this job gave me just to have these Saturdays and Sundays off. Because man, oh man, it's it hits different being able to like just leave or plan something on a weekend and not have it be like, hey, we know you are scheduled off, but come in anyways. And it's like, no, I will not. I'm like 7 beers down. Uh, but other than that, like I said, it was just really chill. I got to ride the razor a bit. It was like really exciting, a little scary because we were next to some like big mountain cliffs almost. and there were some people out here that were wilding and drove up them. Now, I ain't saying this was like a 90-degree angle, but it was a close, maybe 45 to 30 of
Oh,
just going up.
oh.
Yeah. And then I looked at my brother and I'm like, hey, what happens if he flips? He dead ass looks at me and goes, then they die. I was like, huh? Excuse me? And he goes, yeah, because that fall is gonna like suck going backwards. And if they're not wearing the right equipment, they could die. And I'm like, damn, I kind of don't want to ride the razor no more.
Yeah,
uh
that
even though
shit kind of scary.
I just stick to the trails and stuff, but it was like I said, it was still pretty cool. Then it got like late into the night. I put on a jacket because it gets cold, bro. It gets bolder than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just saying, it gets bold. And then that's why I was like, all right, I'll just drink more alcohol to get me warmer, you know? And
Uh-huh.
that's when they busted out the jungle juice.
Oh God.
Now, for those who don't know, or for those I'm just reciprocating, jungle juice is just like hella alcohol and some like uh what is it? Fruit punch, right? The surfing kid fruit punch?
Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Capri Sun.
No, the big handled juices with the kid surfing on it and it says fruit punch. I forget
The
what they're called.
barrels?
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. The ones that taste like fucking battery acid
pretty
and
much.
sugar.
Yeah. So they had one of those and a one Minute Maid orange juice with pulp,
Uh-huh.
which I
Uh-huh.
thought was interesting. So I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And then they didn't bring any like fruits or anything, so it wasn't like an official jungle juice, but it was just like it was a home brewed, so it was like whatever. So they did that, and did a whole like bottle of Smirnoff that with like 40% alcohol. They dumped that. Da 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 da. Then they're like, all right, and a little dash of like whiskey. Da 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 da. And then they mixed it all together, and it was a small container, so it was
Uh-huh.
like a big concentrated. Everyone got their first cup. I drank mine a little bit, and then I'm like, oh no, this is bad. Because to me, it kind of tastes just like juice. And I can't taste the alcohol. And before I knew it, I was about 6, maybe 7 cups down.
Oh
I,
God.
I was feeling myself on me. I was vibing with everybody. And then we all played this like cool drink game on our phone. It was it was a really good weekend. I'll just leave it at that. Like, damn. And just like me to experience like the whole like jungle juice thing, that was awesome for me. I'm like, damn, because before when I had jungle juice, it was just always like too strong,
Uh-huh.
or just didn't taste like I don't know, like anything. It was just like weird mixture of like fruit punch and some alcohol, but it would be like taste bad, and I'm like, that don't taste good to me. But this one, I was like, damn, that shit bullshit. And
Yeah, bro.
so
When the first time I had jungle juice, it was bad. And it took a couple times for me to get to a jungle juice
yeah,
that actually tasted good.
yeah, and I feel like it's all like measurements and like mixtures of what you do with it. Because like the bigger container, yeah, the more alcohol you have to put in, I guess. But that doesn't also mean the more like fruit, I guess you put in it as well. Or I don't know. Like, it's all ratios, honestly.
Yeah.
And like finding the one that fits you. But literally we all went to bed that night, put out the fire, everyone went to bed, got up. I didn't wake up till like I woke up at 8 because of my alarm. And I'm like, what the hell? Turned that off, went back to bed, woke up again like at 9:30 ish. And then everybody else, I guess, wasn't like as drunk or they didn't care. They literally got up like nothing and rode the razor. And I was like, damn. I,
You're
like
getting old. You're
I was
getting
like,
old.
look, I could have done that. Like, yeah, I could have got up and said, like, fuck yeah, let's go. But I was like, I like sleeping too. And after like a good night of drinking, I just like sleeping in a little bit more because it feels good. I'm just saying, like, that's just me. Got up with everybody else like around 10. And then my girlfriend, she was still like kind of knocked out, sleeping. And at night, I was a little cold. She, oh my god, dude, she was hella cold. And then she like ran her hand up my stomach, and I'm like, no, it's fucking cold. Go away. She was like, no, I just want to love you. Like, come here, you're so warm. I'm like, no.
That's the point. You're stealing my warmth.
Go away. And then I don't know, out of nowhere, she just hits me with the damn, it's so hot in here. And she's like takes off her sweater and then like her like undershirt too. And now she's just wearing like a loose shirt and like her like sweats. And I'm like, bro, it is freezing out here. What do you mean? And she's like, it's so hot. And I'm like, no, go away. It's fucking cold. Uh, but then like literally we all got up. We had to return the razor by like I think 12. So we all left there by that time, drove
Okay.
back, and yeah, and then Sunday I just spent my time chilling with like I think you guys with like a couple games of league, and then that was it. And then bring us back to Monday. But all in all, it was a good week. I'm hoping this weekend is also chill vibes too, because they were saying that they might go to the beach this weekend. So
Ooh.
I'm like, damn, is that still happening? Because like I want to go too. So yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. But if it doesn't, I'm just cool just to chill at home too, or like I'll invite my girlfriend. We'll spend the night together or something. I don't know. Watch movies.
Chill. Just like take it
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. Because I know for her too, she's mad stressing too, because she's going to Cal State East Bay,
Uh-huh.
and she got her classes to do, and she's still doing like college life. I think she has like a semester and a half to go, or like 2.5 to
Okay.
go before she's done, and then gets her bachelor's in
Hey, there we go.
I think digital art. I think it is. So what she does with that too, it's up to her. Like I think, like I told you guys before, she could do teaching, but it's up to her. Let's see what goes from there. But yeah, I know when we have those weekends, it really helps her out a lot too. Like just to de-stress, drink, and chill.
Oh yeah, bro. It's always nice to be able to just get those weekends to just relax.
Oh hell yeah.
Like I say it all the time. It's like it's nice when you get a weekend and you just do nothing
Hmm.
because it's like
It's a lazy weekend.
you don't realize it, but like you need those weekends.
Hmm. That's true facts. Other than
Yeah.
that, that's been my week. What about you, son? What you been up to?
It's not too crazy this past weekend. I didn't really do too much. I was just kind of chilling here at the house. I deep cleaned the clubhouse because I was hoping that this past weekend I was gonna decorate, but I didn't get around to it. So this weekend I'm gonna decorate the clubhouse with like spooky stuff
Oh,
for
speaking
October or
of,
whatever. I'll probably leave those up all the way to like Thanksgiving ish or whatever, just because fall or whatever, like pumpkins and just like ornament, like little lights and things like that. But
yeah.
finally, swapped out one of the ACs for a heater because it's getting cold as fuck out here and the wind's blowing harder
Oh,
every day.
oh, it's getting bold.
It's yeah, like I walk out and I'm like, damn, bro, trying to blow the whole house down. So like, I took down one of the ACs because I don't need both now. I just need one, like kind of circulate the air every now and then.
Hmm.
But I brought in the heater and stuff, so I didn't really do anything too much this weekend. I was just kind of like around the house doing stuff, and then during the week, it's been pretty good. New job is going strong and everything. We had some meetings last week for this program for the company and stuff, and I think I talked about that last week, so I won't go too much into it. But the end of the last week was pretty chill, just like kind of cleaning up some stuff. But what ended up happening was so there's this program I work in that basically is like an organizational program. So what happens is like instead of trying to be like, all right, all of these teachers here that work at this high school should be included in this email group. Okay, go manually add all of them. Instead of doing
Yikes.
that, we have a program that like I can group them together by like classes, by like different like, oh, this teacher teaches seventh grade. Okay, well if I add like this tag, if seventh grade teacher put in seventh grade email group or whatever, like I can like I can code all that stuff in this program on the server, right?
Hmm.
So I went through and I was kind of going ham on it Friday and on Monday because and like Tuesday morning because I was like I want to get this shit done already because like there's plenty of other stuff I need to learn and like I've like I feel like I've taken my time to understand it better and now I just kind of like I'm good at it. I understand how to work it. Now I just need to finish like knocking it out, right? Tuesday, like midish morning, getting close to lunch, my boss was like, "Hey, why did all of the staff emails and all the student emails get kicked out of these two groups?" And one of them was like it was like the all email for all the staff, and the other one was the all email for all the students or whatever, right? So I was like, I don't know. Those are the two main groups, right? Because there's all staff, all students. So like, if you send to the all staff, it literally sends to the entire every single person that works for the district, right?
Oh my god.
Which is where it starts. It starts there, and then it breaks it off into subgroups, and like, okay, you're part of classified, but you're also part of this district, but you're also part of this group, right? So it gives you all of your stuff, right? So
Mhm.
for whatever reason, when it pulled it out of those, it started fucking up everything else. I don't know why. So then I look, and sure enough, the classifications or like the buckets that were assigned to those groups were gone for whatever reason. And so I was like, what the fuck? So I called or like I send a support ticket for the company to help me help me out with it. And he's like, all right, I'll get back to you right after lunch. So I finished lunch, call him on, Microsoft Teams or whatever, and we're doing like a video chat. And I was like, why this happened? And he was like, I'll be honest, I have no fucking idea. He goes, but what it looks
Classic.
like to me is there was a cross save or the program might have crashed, and when it tried to reload your saved like settings, like it fucked up somewhere and like just loaded it incorrectly. And I go, okay. So how we fix that? He goes, well, if you go here, you can load previous saves. I go, okay. He goes, well, we'll start at the first one. This is the active one, so obviously this one doesn't have what you need. We'll go back one. I go, nope, doesn't look good. He goes, okay, well, you tell me when it does. He goes back another one. Goes back another one, and the Friday morning one that was loaded, which basically just had the edits that I made Thursday afternoon, that one's the one that looked decent. And so I was like, so what you're saying is I got to load this one and do all the work from Friday and Monday all over again. And this morning he goes, yeah. And
Eos.
now I have to do extra work because I have to fix like the couple of things that got fucked. But I went back to that previous one because it looked stable there. Like the settings looked correct, so it
Mhm.
was easier to fix. Because if I kept going further back, it didn't make the situation any better. It just made it worse. So I found like the middle ground where like it had most of the changes, but it didn't have the screw up yet, or wherever it messed up the save of the program.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, my boss was like, "Hey, I was wondering like if you could try to like get all that stuff that broke done by the end of today." And I was like, I could try. So like I was like busting my ass, and I got most of. So I basically did Friday and Monday's work in a 4 hour period on Tuesday. Everything I did on those 2 days, I did it in 4 hours because I already knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because like
Okay.
I didn't have to do any research. It was just recategorizing everything, right? So it was just like being fast with the shortcuts and the copying and pasting and clicking and stuff. Because I had already done all the heavy lifting where I'd like, okay, so all right, these teachers are from this place, so I could technically sort them by this setting. Like I had to like do research on like how I could properly configure them. Like that takes a lot of the time, right? The actual setting it up is simple because now I have the groups, the names, and everything. I could just like click, 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 boom, right? So did that, and then this morning I went in and I just walked straight to my desk. I didn't say good morning to anybody. Went straight to my desk and started working on it again. And then right around lunch, I finished. I like pushed all the settings through, and it like I activated it. And then I was gonna have lunch, and I went to like the tech office because I'm in the business office right now. And the receptionist, she was like, "Hey, I was wondering where you were. I didn't think you came into work today." And I was like, "Oh no, sorry, I was busy with something." She goes, "Yeah, I asked your boss, and he was like, yeah, no, he's probably tied up right now. That's probably why he did." Because every morning I walk in there, I say hi to everybody and
Yeah.
chit chat for a bit. Nah, I went straight to my desk and I was like, I got shit to do. I gotta fucking fix this.
You
But
gotta
I
put the
finished it.
good morning,
Yeah,
yeah. Good
yeah,
morning, yeah.
yeah. I fixed it. Like I pushed it through, and then I was like, all right. I sat down and had my lunch today, and I was like it's good. We're good. Like it's fine. And so now basically it's just like on to more things. Like the more shit they throw at me, the better, because like it just gives me stuff to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been doing that. And then I've also been like, because a lot of the stuff is busy work. So like I'm able to listen to music and stuff in the background, you know. So what I've been, doing is in the mornings, it starts really early because they're in Iceland, but the League of Legends World Champions started this past week. And so on my way to work, I put it on the radio because they have like a radio cast version of it. And then when I get to work, I put it on my third monitor because I have three monitors at work, and I just have it playing in the background. And I'm watching, I watch the play-ins, and now they're in group stage. And I believe after Sunday this week, we will have the 8 teams that are going to go to eliminations, and then championships for Worlds. I believe is November 5th. So it's only like 2.5 weeks away. It's like right around the corner.
Oh,
So it's exciting. This is my second Worlds that I get to watch because I watched last year's Worlds. Like I started playing League right when Worlds was coming. Like I think it was like a month before Worlds started is when I started watching League.
All right, but for those who don't know what worlds are, explain.
Okay, so Worlds is the World Championships for League of Legends. It's a video game that me and Omar play quite frequently. And basically what how it works is they take the winners, the runner up, and sometimes the third seed from different regions. So we have like the North American region, we have Europe, we have Southeast Asia, then we have like the Oceanic region, which is like Australia, Japan, Thailand, kind of stuff like that. So we have all those regions. They send their best teams to the World Championships, and you play basically. It's kind of like the World Cup. You play for the League of Legends
It's
Championship. It's
a cup.
it's a cup. It's a giant cup. It's awesome. It's crazy to watch people play at that skill level. I like to watch professional play a lot, like just throughout the entire season, just because I strongly believe in the if you watch a professional do it, that's how you get better as well. Like, yeah, you can do as much as you want. Like I can play League every day, but if you watch somebody that's better than you, you can learn. You can pick things up. It's just an understanding of literally anything. Like it's the same thing, same reason people watch Messi and Ronaldo play soccer. It's
I
like,
was
damn,
just about to bring that up too. Just a lot of people
like
watch the boxes and stuff.
that's yeah, pro boxers. You watch how they fight. You look at
How they
you
move.
study them, how they move. Exactly. It's all a thing of like, how can I take what that person has, apply it to my own skill set, and improve upon it, kind of thing. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I just like watching it because of the professional, like watching somebody take something and just put it to another level and be like, damn, this guy knows like to a T knows exactly what he's doing. He is in control at all moments of exactly what he's doing, kind of thing. And it's cool because like I used to do that with soccer and now I do it with league because it's I play league more than I play soccer now because of my knee. But it's it's crazy. I like watching professional stuff because of just the next level that people take it. What do you guys think about stuff like that, like professionals and stuff?
Well, I was gonna say that this is probably gonna be my let's see 5th year now.
So
Uh,
you've been around the block.
yeah. So I've known like the teams and stuff. I've when when I first introduced the worlds, when I was like, wait, there's a championship for this kind of game, and like you can get money. I was like, yes,
Yeah,
sir. So like, yeah, I mean, they like looked into the whole worlds thing and see what was up with it. And when I got to experience the pro play, I was like, damn, these guys are like actually cracked. Like a split hair move and bam, they're there. Like skill shots are landed, and it's crazy. And like to see the plays. For me, just in general, I'd like watching it if it's there. Again, like with all sports, I like watching if it's there, or like if it's on TV, or like let's go. But I'll never go out of my way to watch it because for me, I feel better just playing the game at my own pace or like my own speed. Yeah, I do get competitive, but just because I feel like my experience and like the plays that I've done and like YouTubers that I've seen as well, I know kind of what is expected of a play. I'm
yeah,
not gonna say like, oh, I'm the best shot caller, or like I'm at the worlds where I can make shot calls like that. No, I'm not saying I'm anywhere near that. But just because of my experience and how much I played the game, I know how players will move or react to a certain situation. So that allows me to like counteract what they're gonna do by telling my team what to do. And like
yeah,
you can tell Sal, or he'll tell you that I've done it multiple times when we were getting like new people to play with us, or like when I was teaching him how to play. I was like, look, if he's here, that means he's going here. So that means you got to go back up, or else he's gonna catch you out. And then read it like a book, and Sal was just kind of like, what? Like he was new, he wasn't getting it yet, and he got caught out, died, and then I'm like, man, I know he was there, and I'm like, look, I told you he was there, but it's okay, you're learning.
yeah,
So I do feel like Worlds is like the same thing as like the Overwatch tournaments, the CS:GO tournaments, and like the Hearthstone tournaments even. Like just tournaments in general are like I feel like they're really cool. I just don't ever see myself at that level only because like I suck and I'm bad.
Shut up.
Yeah, no, like I make monkey plays, bro. I do for fun plays.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, because
but yeah,
we're playing for fun. If we were playing in a
yeah.
professional setting, it would be different.
No, I probably still play the same.
I mean,
Like what happened with the red buff?
oh,
Lost?
Blabber.
Yeah, what happened with Blabber, bro? That'd just be me. That'd be me.
Fucking
That'd just be me. I get caught out and be like, hey man, I won the red buff. I thought I can kill them all. I thought I could win before. At level,
honestly,
I think like level 5? It was even 6.
he was like 4, dude. He wasn't even
Yeah,
5.
yeah, okay, so like 4. But even
Yeah,
then, um, I do feel like if people who do have a big passion for it or like any kind of video game that has a competitive level to it, I'd say go for it, man. I'd go try to train your best, learn from pros, get a trainer if you can, even because I know some people train like baseball players, like ex baseball players train new ones, or ex football players do the same thing, and you could make a career out of it. I mean, the prize money for them is pretty hefty. You could make a living off it. Sure, you would have to spend multiple hours on said game. That's why I could never see myself uh like streaming, I guess, or YouTubing in a way, I guess,
because
because
it then becomes
the,
an obligation.
exactly so look, for those like who want to as well, whatever. If you want to do YouTubing, if you want to do streaming, always be trying to look for like a new game or or like don't try to play games that you really want to play immediately because the moment that game becomes a job, it's no longer fun. It becomes dull. It becomes I don't want to do this anymore. Or like, hey, I have to play this game for 6 hours just so I can make like a 30-minute video or 20-minute video.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like you gotta be really into it. You gotta be putting your all into it. And my heart goes out to the people who are doing it now. Like damn, because having to stream or like just do YouTube and stuff, having posting daily, it some people are like, oh, it's easy, but other people it does take a toll on them. I've seen it before on other YouTubers where they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna take a break, so I'm out, and we don't see them for like a year or two, and they're like, hey, I'm back. I feel better. I'm ready to do YouTube again, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like what Sal said. The moment it becomes an obligation, that's when it stops being fun and no longer my favorite game.
I mean, a lot of like League of Legends players have even come out and said like they hate the game. Like they don't like playing. Like some of them are like, I don't enjoy this game. Like it's a job now. Like
Yeah.
I play this game because I'm good at it. I'm like the one of the best people in my position or whatever. I don't enjoy it anymore because I don't play it for fun. I play it for to make money, kind of thing. And so it's like a different kind of mindset then. Like I would love to like especially with people we play with, like I love like when we play like a little competitive thing among like us and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's fun and stuff. Would I want to go play like in a local tournament? Probably. Just to experience it, just to get to go and see it and stuff like that.
Right.
But would I want to do it professionally? No. Cuz then it just like becomes like I said, an obligation. It becomes like you have to do it. Which
Mhm.
if you love it that much, yeah, go for it. But like I already have a job that I do, you know, and I do it well and I enjoy my job and stuff.
Yeah.
But would I want to do my job all the time? No. That's why I go home
Yeah.
and
You
I
work
play
your 8
League
hours
and
and you relax and you use those video games to distress or just have some fun or
yeah.
get that dopamine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like the moment, like you said, it just becomes a job or anything, it becomes a toll and it's like, ooh, I don't know.
Honestly. Were you saying something, Steven?
Cool, 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 cool.
I don't really have much to add for League because it's not real my game.
Yeah. I
What
just mean in
about
general.
I
what
guess
Like
about
my
Outtakes,
equivalent
bro?
is Smash Bros. Because the
There you
tournaments
go.
happen all the time, and the same thing. It's like you see what it's like for like what they do so you can get better and improve, and I've learned a lot by paying attention to professional players, see what movements are actually kind of optimal. And the reason why I enjoy it is I like competing, I like getting better, it's fun. And I did think about going to Smash competitions, because there's a lot of locals in Davis, right? And I guess since it's not a job the way I would say, I just kind of play for fun.
Yeah.
That
I
it just
mean,
would have been uh, it would have been a good thing to do. Um, but I never got that far into it just because I never made the time to go to a local.
hmm,
Um, But recently, I actually did meet one of my roommate's friends who's decent at the game, and actually he's slightly better to me. Like I'll admit he's better to me because his movements are cleaner. But also I think because he's been playing more recently than I have, I stopped playing a little bit while ago. But it's fun because for me, it's like I sound me complain. It's like, oh, I always win at Mario Kart or some bullshit like that, you know. But it's not because I want to be a dick or anything. Because I just like having like pushing myself to whatever it is I do. Like I got my ass kicked at Tetris the other day, so I went and learned Tetris and how to be good at that. I was like, this is something else. This is different. I'm not good at this. Yeah, what can I do? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well, I mean, we're all competitive. Like nobody, you don't. I'll be honest. When I sit down to play League, I'm not like, damn, I hope I lose today. No,
Exactly.
I want to win. And I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna win. And like Omar said, like we may make monkey plays, but it's because at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna be like, all right, we have to play
Super
this
serious.
champion. We have to play super serious, call outs only, no joking around. Like no, like we're here to have fun, but also at the same time, like when a game is close or whatever, and it's like, nah, we want to win this. Okay, we'll buckle down and
Exactly.
and
We're
we'll
serious.
and we'll play a little serious and we'll give it a shot and we'll see what happens. Kind of, we'll roll the dice and see what happens. And like, yeah, that scratches that competitive itch for me. But at the same time, if that's all I did, like if every time I sat down to play League, I was like, all right, no distractions. Like we're focusing on League. It's like with this one and done thing. I'm turning my phone off. Like call outs only. We're kind of like shit like that. No, it wouldn't be fun for me.
Yeah, because I mean, like even then, like we'll do dumb stuff, or we'll take people where they shouldn't go, and it's just like we'll see how it goes. Or if we're doing really good, we'll laugh and just go, "Hey, man, this is so broken. It worked." Or when you don't take the correct like spells or like runes, and we go, "Oh
Yeah,
well," and we make it work, and we still laugh about it.
yeah,
It's never like, all right, I'm like I said, like Sal said, I'm not unlocking my door, turn off my phone, no one text me, you know, like die hard. No, it's like we're gonna play to play and like also have fun. We're not gonna sit here and just be bored about it.
yeah. But it's not boring.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Taco Bell.
It's a little boring. No,
Nah,
actually, I lied.
now
No,
now it's a little more boring
no, 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 no,
because
no,
they got rid of a lot of their good shit. Not
no,
gonna
no,
lie.
no. Okay, the only thing keeping me alive on Taco Bell is the slushies they have,
Their Mountain Dew slushies
like
are
the
they're
Baja
Baja Blast.
Blast, or like the new concoctions they make up. Whoever's
Yeah,
doing that, keep it up. You're doing
honestly,
a
because
great job. You're carrying the whole team.
they cycle out like a new flavor every month or whatever. Like, because
They
they always have
do.
Baja Blast and then something else, and that something else normally is really good.
Yeah. I think the only one I didn't like was which one was it? It like mixed. It tried to do like a watermelon thing, but they put like watermelon candy in it, and it just ruined
So
it.
you're talking about with the little black watermelon
Yeah,
candies?
no
Yeah,
water.
that one was a
It
little
ruined it.
weird.
It ruined it. I was
Yeah.
like, homie, you would have been fine just making this watermelon. The candy honestly ruins it.
Yeah, because you're chewing it and you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. But on that note, they are actually because one thing that I think Taco Bell might have fucked up on a little bit was when they like purged their menu and we're like, all right, it's too complicated, there's too much. We're gonna get rid of like half of this shit and simplify it. And I was like, but no,
Wait.
that was the allure. There was so much to pick from, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it was.
Uh, because like I used to always get the Frito burritos. They don't have that no more. They
Nope.
have like the bean burrito kind of thing, bean cheese,
Oh,
but they don't
Bowser's
have
Big Meat
like
Burrito.
exactly. But now they're bringing back the cheesy gordita crunch, bro. The cheesy gordita crunch, mwah,
Mm.
magnifique, bro.
It was a
That shit
masterpiece. Masterpiece.
delicious. Like
Masterpiece.
I think it goes like cheesy gordita crunch, crunch wrap supreme,
Crunchwrap Supreme. Yes, yes.
and then probably the when they had it the beefy cheesy the Frito burrito.
All
Just
right.
because like when you get with the fresh burritos in the burrito, you were like, oh,
Yeah.
this shit busting, bro.
Nice. For me, it's always gonna be like that third or whatever, like that fourth place. It will be the beefy five layer. Only
Yeah,
because
it's a
classic,
classic.
never go wrong, and it never took it away. There was a while where like I ate it for I think 2 days, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to go. I don't want to eat no more. Like that item. Give me something else.
Yeah.
I'm always tempted to because they say like, oh, we got a taco pizza. I always
Oh,
see
they
it.
do. They do have that new
I
taco
always
pizza or
see it,
whatever.
and I'm always tempted to buy it, but I'm always like, what if it's shit? Then I spent
Yeah.
$10 on nothing.
Yeah.
So
I'm still gonna
I'm
eat it, but I'm gonna be
well,
upset.
yeah, I'm gonna be upset. 'Cause I'm like, damn,
I
wasn't
could
as
have
good.
just got a fucking beefy 5 layer and been happy.
Exactly, or as a fucking Gordita Crunch.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Yeah. What's something that's from like a fast food place where you're like, damn, they used to be good and they got rid of it, or something
our
where you're
lo-
like, it's
our local
classic.
burger shop here,
Uh huh.
Wimpy's.
Uh huh.
Uh, after the owner like stepped down and like gave it over, and like they corporized it down the drain,
Really?
down the drain.
I haven't been there in a minute.
I feel like because before it was locally owned by a businessman. He did all the pencil pushing and everything, and he was really cool. And I think he wasn't from here. He was like Middle Eastern, I guess. I don't know what to really call
Okay.
him, but he didn't speak fluent English. But you could still understand him. He was really friendly though, and
Okay.
he did everything, bought the buns, made the orders, and he would always come by and be like, "Oh hey," and the tables would be like the old school tables where it's
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're metal and they're like folded into each other almost.
Yes.
And their wall was full of like people art, or not people
Yeah.
art,
From
sorry,
Popeyes.
full of art that people had made. There we go.
Yeah.
That he just posted because they're like, "Hey, can I put this on the wall?" And he goes, "Sure, go for it." Gets a push pin, puts it right in, and it was like the Popeyes mascot, or like him saving some chick, or like saying Wimpy's Burgers is the best, or it'd be like the burger guy from Popeyes, and
Yeah.
the wall was full of it, dude. I think there was one there that I had drew. It was like a little stick figure,
Hey.
and all my buddies like pitched in, and like we all like did it, and then we put it in the wall because we asked him. He goes, "Yeah, go for it. Here's a push pin." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet." Put it on there,
Hey.
and it was on there for a bit, and I was like, "Hey, let's go." And the burgers, awesome. Fries, amazing. They never skimped you out on anything. You got like a medium, you got a large. You got a large, you got a large and a medium.
Yeah.
Like they weren't scared to go, "Oh yeah, fine, just scoop, bop, there you go."
Yeah. They just
And
gave it to you.
yeah, honestly. And I'll never forget it too, because one day I was walking there because mom was like, "Hey, go get a bag of fries because we're gonna eat it with dinner." And I was like, "What are we having?" And it was like veggie meat or something like that, or it was something that I just didn't
Oh
like.
God.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I don't want to eat that. And she goes, "You're gonna eat it." And I was like, "Ah, all right, I have to. I'm hungry." So I was walking to get it. I tell him the order, and then I'm picking up the fries, and then he goes, "Wait," and I'm like, "What's up?" And he goes, and the owner, he's the one having my order and stuff. He goes, "Wait," and I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "You like burgers?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Why didn't you order one with your fries?" And I'm like, "Because I only got enough for fries. Mom says she only wants fries." And he was like, "No, no, 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 no." And he turns around, looks at a burger that was like ready to go, I guess, grabs that one and gives it to me. And I'm like, "Huh?"
Wait.
"Yeah, homie." And he goes, "Here." And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Don't worry about it. A customer ordered it. It had vegetables. He didn't want vegetables. You can have." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Hey.
Unwrapped it, ate it right there in the restaurant. I was like, "Oh, oh, mm-hmm." And he goes, "Oh, you thirsty?" Or like, where's your drink? You thirsty? And I'm like, "I don't have money. Like, I don't have no more." And he goes, "Don't worry about it." Gives me a small cup, fills it with ice, and gives me like, I think Pepsi or like Coke, and goes, "Here you go, friend." And I'm like, it was
Yeah,
so
like
fucking
that, bro.
nice. It was so fucking nice, dude. And literally had basically my meal because I ate some of the fries too. Threw everything away. Said, "Thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it." He goes, "No problem, my friend. No problem." Walk out, walk home, smiling, big old like ear to ear, bro. Just I'm gonna eat the nasty food. I got a good burger and some soda. And like
Yes,
come
sir.
home, mom goes, "All right, like what do you want to eat? Like I'm gonna serve you." I'm like, "No, I don't think you will." And she's like, "Why?" I told you you're eating. You're not going like without eating. And I'm like, "No, I ate already." And she goes, "Where?" And I'm like, "The guy at the burger place gave me a burger and soda for free." And then she was like, "Are you sure you're lying to me?" I'm like, "No, I'm like 100%. Like I swear to God." And she was like, "Okay, I guess you don't have to eat my food. Go." like get on my site. And I was like, all
Oh
right,
my
cool.
god.
Went to my room, played League on my trackpad. But yeah, that guy was super nice. Like I said, the food was A1. Now that he stepped down because he couldn't deal with the finances and he was getting old. He was just like, I'm selling it, and then some other guys bought it and they corporized it, and now that whole wall of like people's art gone. It was like 3 whole panels of like the wall that when you walked in, it was art. It was gone. They had a bunch of old Popeyes merchandise, gone. They only kept like the original like Popeye box, I guess, and they framed that. But now it's only like one wall and it's like a short section of art. Not even like what it used to be. Burgers are now like, I don't know if he changed the recipe or something, or they're not seasoning it enough, or like it's just dry. I don't know. Burgers hit different. Even the fries hit different. Just a little bit. I feel like they put more seasoning in them now, but now the fries are too salty. Before there was like a good balance. Now it's like it's a little salty fry right here, man. I don't know about this one. So
Yeah.
definitely for me it would be like our local burger shop here, where like that owner just was A1, food was A1, and now that they monopolized or that they corporatized it, it's just I feel like it's gone downhill. TBH.
Yeah, I feel that because for me, I mean, for me, it was so that's your local burger shop on
Mhm.
that side of town.
Right.
My local burger shop over here where I grew up or whatever, like it used to be literally like a block from the school I went to when I was a kid in
Yeah.
elementary and middle school. Like that was the spot. Like that's where you used to always go to go hang out, to eat and stuff. And like I don't know what it was, but those fries were fucking delicious, bro. You get the fries and you get a milkshake and you were chilling.
Yes,
Now, I mean,
sir.
now they look a lot better now. Like when I used to go when I was a kid, bro, that shit was falling apart, bro. Like you try to open the front door and you had to like slam your elbow or your shoulder into it to get it to open because it was all stiff. Now they
Yeah.
have the nice glass doors that slide open, like you're
Mm.
like move open real easy and stuff. Uh, but yeah, I mean, there's it's still okay, but it's not the same from a long time ago. They've like it's still the same owner, but it's very more like streamlined. Like it's a very like different. I feel like it's just like a different process now. Like they've gotten
Mm.
a lot bigger and a lot more people go to eat there. So it's not as like TLC as it used to be when I was a kid. It's
Yeah.
like now when you go, your burger's ready hella quick. When I used to go when I was a kid, we spent like half an hour there waiting for our food, bro. Like it was like a diner almost, you know? Like it was like
Yeah.
you get there, you're hanging out, you're talking to your buddies, you put your order in. It took a fat minute for your burgers to come out, you know? Because
Yeah.
it was that kind of style of food. Now it's very like like I used to when I was younger, my mom would call the food in
Ahead of time.
and I would walk over there and get it. Now I just go to the drive-through. Like
Drive through? Let's go.
I remember when they added the drive-through, I was like, I think I just started high school when they added the drive-through to it, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, what the hell? In my head, I was like, how's the drive-through gonna work, man?
Where was
Like
this when I was a kid?
well, I was like, you're gonna be sitting there for a minute and a half, bro. Like that was like Valley Drive-In. You parked and you got down to eat because it was like it's gonna take a while, you know.
Oh, I
And
talk
I was
about
okay.
that place. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm okay with it. So like it's still good, but I just don't it just doesn't have the same kind of allure to me when I was a kid. Like it's not like this is the diner where you come eat, hang out with your buddies and stuff. Now it's just like it's decent food, but it's just like another McDonald's now. Like it's just another,
Mm.
you go, you get your food, you go. Like it's a quick drive-through kind of thing now. Like they don't even have their lobby open anymore. They got rid of the tables out front where you could sit out front and eat. Like they got rid of all that. Now it's very like drive-through and go.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like very different. How about you, Steven? Good talk.
To be honest, I thought you were gonna talk about Snow White.
I gotta fix that. I don't know why it does that.
I don't know, man.
Right?
Hey, this right here,
It's
man.
it isn't here, man. No, Snow White. I never really. It was
Like,
okay, but it wasn't like the biggest thing for me.
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we get you.
Okay, thank God. Um, yeah. So with fast food, well, Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good food. It's just not good Mexican food.
Oh, obviously.
You're calling it Mexican food? How dare you?
Um, no,
Should be, should be,
it's
should be thrown in jail. What
I
you just
guess you know what's surprisingly pretty good too. Del Taco.
Oh, Del Taco, hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. I feel like people are sleeping on Del Taco, or the people who don't want to trust
Like
it.
people sleep on Del Taco. They see it, they think it's nasty because they think it reminds them of Taco Bell, but it's actually not bad.
It's not.
Yeah.
I will agree with you on that one
And
because that
they're kind of like a jack of all trades there, man. I know we've talked about it before. Where they have like burgers, fries, and tacos,
they do, and fish tacos too.
and fish tacos.
Because I was the same way because I was like, I had the same stereotypes where I was like, man, Del Taco, garbage. And then
Yeah, it's
now
just
it's
a
like,
lesser Taco Bell.
now it's like, wait, we're actually sleeping on fucking Taco Bell, bro. Or I mean, Del Taco.
Yeah. What's funny is we have a Del Taco right across the street from a Taco Bell here in town.
We do.
Yeah,
And it's always the Taco Bell that's packed for some reason. That one barely sees
uh,
any business, but still, it's kind of like, how?
and that's not even the good Taco Bell. I'll be honest. The one on the
No, that one's
in
okay.
yeah, the one in town is a little better.
Oh,
But
downtown or what?
yeah, downtown.
Okay.
But yeah, let's talk about this guy. This guy here. We have a guy from the NFL. We'll touch on it real quick. I just want to bring it up because it's something that my cousin was like, "Hey, bro, did you see this?" And I was like, "Oh hell yeah, bro! Like that's fucking wild." So John Gruden, he is the coach, or was formerly the coach for the NFL team, the Oakland Raiders. Sorry, the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta change it. You gotta change
I gotta change it. So he resigned because I guess so there was like so if you guys don't know, there was this big investigation going on with the Washington football team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins team. Uh
it.
you can't really say that word anymore.
Oh, what,
And
Redskin?
so yeah, that one. And so
I'm an American.
they were investigating all that because there was like talks of like money laundering and like hookers and like prostitution. Like it
Nice.
was like
Let's
wild
go.
drugs, partying. And
Well, you
so
gotta
like
come on. You gotta have drugs. Come on.
I mean, maybe it's the NFL. So
Like,
they're investigating all that, right? And they come
okay.
across emails between John Gruden, which is the coach for the Raiders, and the coach at the time that was the coach for the Washington football team. Where basically John Gruden is calling out Roger Goodell, which Roger Goodell is the NFL commissioner. He's the guy that's in charge of the NFL. He is
Everything.
basically the boss.
He's God.
And John Gruden is basically calling him like uh gay slurs, racial slurs, like everything in the book, man. Like they have on record all these emails of him just like trashing, like dragging him through the mud. And they are like, "Hey, look what we found." And so they're straight up like they were like, "All right, look, either you go or we fire you." And he was like, "All right, I'm out." So I'm out this bitch. So this guy will never, ever, ever coach again. Like ever.
Not even like a little league.
Like a maybe like a high school football team, but I don't even think he'd be able to coach in college after this because
Oh, no way.
like you literally just bit the hand that fed you.
Yeah, bro. He came in the hand that beats him.
Yeah. Like I feel like when
There's no
you do something,
recovery.
there's no recovery. You do something like that, you literally like just sign your death note right there. Like it's over. Your
Okay, well,
career is over.
literally think about it. Like you're working now, and your boss, and you literally like they have receipts of you like mouthing off and like talking mad smack.
Yeah.
You lose. You lose your job. It's
Yeah.
over.
Like I'm not saying like yeah, whatever. If you're like boss is a dick or whatever, like yeah. But like there's different ways about going about that. Like,
Mhm.
it's what you get everybody together, you guys sign a thing. Like there's ways of doing that, right?
Yeah.
But like if you're just talking mad shit about something like that, and that guy is the guy that basically signs your paycheck or allows you to work in that industry,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, and you're just like, nah, I'm gonna drag his name through the mud. That's it. It's over, bro. You lose.
And you don't get to play anymore.
You don't get to play anymore. Yeah, it's your timeout. You're done. Go away.
It's the I'm gonna need you to log out. It's that. It's
Yeah,
literally
it's
that.
literally that one. Yeah,
And his face is
someone.
like, why? What did I do?
Yeah,
Like, you know what
I
you
don't know.
did.
I just think it's wild because like shit like that is just like at like the highest, not the highest, but like at a high level of stuff like that. That shit still happens. we're like, I don't know, like I feel like this is shit that happens like to Janine in accounting at a small business because she was talking shit about like somebody else. Nah, this is the
Man,
NFL, a multi-billion-dollar industry where this guy was just talking mad shit about another guy, and
yeah.
they were like, "All right, time to go, pack your shit."
Either you leave or we fire you. Okay, I'll leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, which brings up what I was gonna say about it was I was on social media and I saw, you know how Facebook how they do like little clips of TV shows, like
Yes.
Undercover Boss and stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
What
was
about it?
scrolling through my Facebook because I was just like wanting whatever because like I get bored, and there was a video of this chick, and it was an episode of Undercover Boss, and they're like in a smoothie place, like almost like a makeshift Jamba Juice, but it wasn't Jamba Juice.
Okay. Okay.
They did the same thing. Undercover Boss came in, and the chick who was training him was like, "Look, man, I don't do anything. This place sucks. They're all like narcs here. Like, F this place, F this, F you, all that stuff." And she was using like foul language everywhere in front of the
Oh
customers.
my god.
And then she was like, "Look, like, let's say the customer wants this. This is the recipe, how you use it. You have to be," and I quote, "you have to be brain dead not to know how to do this. It literally tells you how."
Oh my
And
god.
his face is just kind of like open wide, like, okay, all right. And then she goes on to like say, okay, the recipe says this, but I don't do that because it makes it taste like garbage. I do it this way. And then you like do extra pumps, you put in different codes for the blender. And he's asking these like legit questions like, why not just follow it and why not just push the code like that it says because they're already pre-made? And she's like, no, because that's dumb and they don't know what they're doing and it tastes bad and I know what the people want. And she was like, fine, make them that, but they're gonna not want it because it tastes horrible. And the other customers were just like baffled and like telling him, "Is this your first day?" And then he was like, "Yeah, it is." And then some guy was like, "Good luck, man. You're gonna need it," or like, "Good luck, buddy," because.
Shit.
And then she was like, gave it like the ugly look and was like, "Whatever." And then like, blah blah. And then she kept like hounding him, like, go faster, hurry up, go faster." And and then it cut to the interview
Huh?
of her like seeing the boss, and she immediately starts like breaking down and going, "I didn't know. I'm sorry. Please, I'm not usually like that. I didn't know you were the boss, or else I wouldn't have talked like that." And they're like, "That's worse because
Yeah,
if you knew I was the boss, how would you have acted? Or like, that's not how things work here, buddy." And then
exactly.
the owner of like that establishment came in and like, cause it was like the CEO and then like the boss that runs it comes in and then she was like pleading to him, like, "You know me, you know how I work, you know I would never say those things." But then he was like, "Look, we literally have you on camera saying those things. I'm
We
sorry,
have the receipts.
I'm sorry, but you're fired." And she was like, "Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. You guys are just being mean to me and blah blah blah. And like I don't deserve this." And I was like, "Oh, you're dumb because
You definitely deserved it.
you definitely deserve this because there's no way." Like, I get it. Customers can be, annoyance at times, but it's always like keeping your composure. You're like
Yeah,
the face of the company kind of things. Like
yeah,
even now where I work, if I would just be like, cursing and stuff or like not giving like, a rat's ass about my job or something like that, it reflects on the school that I work at. And they'll be
yeah,
like, damn, that person talks like this outside of school or like near the school or in the school. Damn, that shows that how the school cares. And then I can get in trouble. So that's why I don't. When I go there, I'm really professional. I like all my inhibitors are on, bro. Like I
yeah.
say nothing but like close to like when I was a child, like just no swearing whatsoever.
Yeah,
And like no
yeah.
like 60 innuendos, even though like I can make so many.
Oh, yeah,
Like
easy.
like you know how many times I want to throw out, that's what she said. Like, oh, you're extra, dude.
Yeah,
Extra.
yeah,
So I'm like,
I
okay,
could.
I could. Or like when this kid goes, like, oh, like you're a poopy head, or like when I hear banter out in the in the schoolyard, I'm like, bro, let me roast this kid right now. I got him. Let me tag me in. And
Yeah, I
like
could destroy
I
this
could
kid
destroy this whole bloodline.
emotionally.
I could destroy his whole bloodline right now. Or like, yeah, it's just stuff like that where it's like you know how you should act at work and you know how you should act at home. So there's a fine line, you just don't cross it. And then the people who just kind of like the or like the coach drag in his boss's name through the mud without giving a care, and then later's like, "Why? I didn't do anything." It's kind of like,
Yeah.
no, homie, You messed
You
up.
fucked up, yeah.
You messed up. You don't get to play no more.
There's like a million things you can do. You did like one of the few things you can't do.
Yeah, it's literally the Adam and Eve thing. We're like, hey, look, he gave us all this space. Just don't eat that apple. What? You motherfucker!
Oh, that apple. Fuck, my bad.
Oh, I thought you meant this one. Like all I'm saying is, like, you play Minecraft and there's a golden apple in the chest or enchanted golden apple. You don't eat those. Come on,
You don't
that's
eat
like
those.
that's
You
the
put
number
that
one
on a
rule.
plaque.
You put it on like a little frame and go. I did that. It was me. I found it.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what I did. I have one in the
Yeah,
server
I
right
know.
now. I have one enchanted gold apple and it's in a frame.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Steven?
Can am I able to be heard?
Yes,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
we can hear you.
Okay. Um, what am I supposed to be answering? I had no idea how that was anything related to the football player. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Well, basically, like this coach got fired for basically just talking mad shit about like the NFL commissioner and stuff. Like
It wasn't just mad shit either. It was like racial slurs.
it was like it was racial slurs. It was
It was
like
it's profanity.
yeah,
And, like you could get away with some things, but he just went over the top and just like straight up went for the kill.
yeah.
And to his boss.
Like what do you think about shit like that? Like
I feel like
stuff
that would
that's well
happen to me
deserved.
at some point in my life.
Like it would happen to you, or you would do it.
Yeah, I would do something like that. Like Sal knows me, I don't give a shit. I just say what's on my mind. So I'm 100% certain that at some point I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss someone off and might get me in trouble. So
See, but that's why Steven works for himself.
Exactly.
yes,
He's his own
because
boss.
like, dude, oh
He
my
can't tell
god,
himself off,
this
right?
is stuff I actually should have talked about earlier in regards to like my week. I didn't even thought about this. Oh, so I'm promoted, right? I'm a supervisor.
Yes,
So,
yes.
because I am now in leadership, I am in management. Now I have to attend the meetings.
Oh yeah,
God.
you did talk about this last week. I think.
Yeah. And you didn't want to go to
okay. No, I got more. I got more.
Ooh,
it.
ooh, the tease.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so we had a workshop, right? And the workshop is for all the new people to learn how to sell better, right? And we
Okay.
were talking about shit, and to be specific, we were talking about how to get people from the phone to the presentation. You know, get them on a phone call, get them on Zoom,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
then after that, how to close them. You know, like at the end of the presentation, how do you get them to say the yes, right?
True, true.
So my boss Ramal, he's going at it, and like he's going all this kind of stuff. Then my other boss, which is under Ramal but above me, Bensi, he's like thinks that Ramal's not doing a good job. Like he's saying things, but he hears what the other people are hearing, and he's like, I gotta explain this more because people aren't understanding him. So that happens. Then they go into the meeting, and they're full of like then because what happened was after Bensi kind of goes and explains more, Ramal cuts him off and is like, "You're basically saying what I'm saying, you know, like you're good, thank you, Bensi," and shuts him up. So then I'm in the managers meeting. So my position is I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be quiet until I have something that I need to say, you know? And
Yeah,
that's what I normally do.
until
I
you
don't
can
talk.
contribute. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't talk until I have something to contribute. You know, I don't
Yeah.
think there's a point of me talking if I have nothing great to add. You know, so
Right.
fucking Bensi is like saying like Ramal, why the fuck do you want me there? If like you're not gonna let me help, like what the hell? Like what's the point? And it honestly, it felt like drama that you get in like a freaking high school, like a little bit. That was the feeling. I was like, oh my god, I am in a professional business and this is what I am hearing. People are fucked up, aren't they? Anyways, so that's going on. And there's this one chick. She's super successful. She can sell super damn well. Her name is Razan. She's like Ramal's protege. She's a mom with like 3 kids, so she has an ego because she's successful with all that. So she's essentially like fuck all of you. And I don't think she likes me at all. In that, in
Okay.
the reason being is she's the type of person that it's my way or the highway. And I'm like,
Nice.
okay, I'm gonna go walk off the highway into the middle of the woods. I don't care. Like I see a cliff, I'm gonna go there instead of your highway.
There's a highway.
So It's because she wants things so orderly and perfect that her way, and I am literally like, no, like no,
No,
just like no,
No, I'm good.
we're
no,
I want to
good.
do
I don't
that.
think you will.
It's not happening. And so she hates that, so I don't think she likes me because Bensie's that way too. So that's why Bensie and I work so well together because we're both like, that's stupid. No.
Hey
So
man, you gotta say what's on your mind.
so that's an issue. That's a whole thing. Anyways, so they're asking like, okay, why do you have to do that? And it's like, shouldn't like if they don't under Ramon's point was like, if they don't understand, why don't they ask questions? And I fucking laughed. I smirked and laughed. And I was like, Steven, why are you laughing? And I'm like, because I've been a student for so long and I've worked with so many different people that okay, people don't ask questions. They don't. What
They don't.
happens
No.
is they don't want to look stupid, so they're not gonna put themselves at risk to say something potentially wrong. And then
Yeah,
um,
exactly.
even though they all have the same questions, they're just not gonna say anything and then when you ask them later, they won't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
And
Literally,
that's why I
bro.
was
That was
laughing.
yeah.
And all of them were like, "Yes, I agree." But then Rizana's like, "No, Rizana's like this. This is how she worded. You know what, Steven? I completely agree with you, but that is not how it should be. We like these people, if they're gonna be successful, they have to be asking questions all the time. The successful ones will." And she's going on about how that's not how it should be, but that wasn't my point. My point wasn't
Right.
like it's not. Yes, in an ideal world, it's people ask questions all the time. They're on top of it. They let you know how they're struggling, and that way you can help them. That's not what people are like.
Right.
That's not the world we live in. My point was, it's like the reason why Bensie's doing that. Some people are dumb, and they're not gonna say shit.
No,
Like,
honestly,
Yeah.
like when me and Steven went to college, the same college and stuff, and I remember being in some of the same lecture halls where the professor was like, "Anybody have any questions?" and nobody answered, and he's like, "Look," he's like, "right now, about 20 of you have the same question. One of you needs to ask it because you're gonna save the other 20
Can I
because
use the
one."
bathroom?
No, but like seriously, like
Will
dead
this be
ass.
on the final?
Yeah, fucking hate. No, we're not talking about the stupid CS classes. We're talking about
Oh,
like the physics class or whatever, where so like somebody would finally raise their hand and be like, "I was wondering like why is it that way?" And then like you would look around and everybody would be like nodding their head like, "Yeah, I had the same question. I had the same question. I just didn't want to ask it."
the one smart guy who got it goes, fucking dumbass.
Yeah, so I get Steven. But like I
I
feel
do.
like with you, Steven, it's different. Like you said, you're you're making comments or you're saying something because it's constructive. You know what I'm saying? You're like, how do I say it? Like you wouldn't say anything unless it's like, I don't think that's the way it should be done. This guy and that other chick
Contributes
were
to
just
the
being
conversation.
complete fucking dumbasses. Yeah, you're contributing. This John Gruden and that one chick that Omar was talking about from like the Jamba Juice place, just fucking dumbasses.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like constructive. Like you said, it's not. There's no substance to it. It's just being a jackass to be a jackass, and it coming back to bite you in the ass.
Mhm.
Steven?
I lost you there, buddy.
Hey, last there, buddy. Yeah. Give us the old disconnect and reconnect
Oh, cool, cool,
okay,
cool.
so I'm back, and
There
this
we
is
go.
why like I do what I do because I don't want to talk just because of ego. I don't care about it being me that's talking. I've been around those people. They're little shits and they ruin things. It's annoying. Like it's just bad mojo. Like God, it's just rough. So like when I say something, it's because I think there's something wrong there, and I think whatever I say is gonna have an impact. You know, like
Right.
Yeah.
this matters. But but this lady, she's just like you're you're recently promoted, right? So
Yes.
you don't have shit to say. I don't care what it is you're contributing. I'm not listening. You're below me. Shut up.
That's just a seniority problem,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's just like that's like the opposite yikes of this. Like it's literally the exact opposite, like damn, like feels bad, man, kind of thing.
Yeah. The spooky booty banger, man. AIDS, HIV, feels bad, man.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I get you, Steven. I get what you mean.
I do
Where it's
too.
like she just like is like you said, mad with power. Have you ever tried to go mad without power? Doesn't work.
Yeah, you just end up looking like
A
the
buffoon.
know-it-all at work.
Yeah. But you know who knew it all?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't actually know it all. But
Me?
on October 10th, he knew something. On
Me?
October 10th, 1899, African American inventor Isaac R. Johnson patents the bicycle frame.
What do you mean patents the bicycle frame?
Like he's the one that was like, "All right, I created the bicycle frame, the frame for the bicycle."
What was the frame before?
There was no frame.
Then how could there be a basketball frame that he remastered?
No, the bicycle frame he patented. So like he was like, "All right, I created the bicycle frame. This is my invention. Here it is."
Okay.
And he put
Okay.
his patent on it.
So what did it look like
There,
before?
there was no bicycle before.
You just said there was.
No, there wasn't.
You just said he made the basketball frame and then he
He made the
remastered it.
bicycle frame. No, he patented it.
Steven!
Patent. Patent means he owns it. Like he's the creator of it. Like he put his stamp of me on it. Of him. Sorry,
Okay.
not me.
So
Him.
the basketball frame was already built and he put his
No.
name.
No. He made it and put his name on it at the same time.
Okay. Who did he build the bicycle or not?
Yes, he did. Jesus.
Okay, so you remastered it then.
What do you mean he remastered it?
You're saying he did. He refurbished it, whatever, right?
No, he patented. Patent.
Patent, right?
Yes.
He made it.
When you put yes.
Okay, so he made the bicycle frame.
Yes.
So it was already built.
No. All right, fuck you. Listen here, you little shit.
Then then what would he work off of then? Did he just put two wheels together and go, that's a bicycle?
Yeah, he probably was like, all right, there's a car. What if we just turn it into two and you pedal it? Bam, bicycle.
No. See, that's where you're wrong.
I don't know, man. Seems
Hold on, let me go on
seems
my
like
time
it to
machine
me.
and ask him real quick.
All right, go for it. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay. I'm also gonna ask Romeo or who the fuck wrote Romeo and Juliet? I'm gonna ask Shakespeare.
Shakespeare?
I'm gonna ask Shakespeare why the door was red, and then slap my English teacher when he said I just made it red because it was red.
Steven.
Yeah. So what's up now?
You get what I'm talking about? Isaac R. Johnson patented the bicycle frame, so he made the bicycle frame?
He did. Do you know what a patent is, Omar? That's what's asking.
So he already built it, right?
He's motherfucker, dude.
You know what? He may
just
have
fucking with me,
invented the
Steven.
second one, the second version. Who knows?
Okay, so there was a first version then, right?
Possibly.
He did the first version.
Okay, so let's just call it a prototype then. There was a prototype and he refurbished it and then made the official one.
Probably.
Probably.
Did you say
Yeah.
that?
Because we don't know. The thing,
Because we don't know.
What Sal knows
You
is
don't
that
know.
this guy is the person, the name that the first bike which was ever made and officially licensed as like this is an
Is
invention
accredited to
is
him.
made by this guy.
So what happens is they're
he
probably
made the
like
first bike.
yeah. So basically, what happens? There probably was like 10 guys trying to make bikes,
Okay.
but he was the first one that made it successfully and was like, "All right, I did this," and the other 9 guys were like, "Fuck,
Okay.
he beat me."
See? So then there was other prototypes. Therefore, the bike was already built and he just made it better.
Possibly.
Am I wrong? You gonna sit there and tell me I'm wrong?
She came down in a bubble, dog.
No, it was her sister, bro.
A princess.
See, I mean, you're just completing my
I
logic.
just brought this up because I swear to God, you had a funny bike story, Omar.
Do I?
Or am I imagining this?
I don't know. I rode my bike to school sometimes.
I swear to God, you had a funny bike story where you ate shit one time.
Oh, talking about that.
Okay.
But I'll talk about it anyways.
Okay.
Basically, it was middle school. I rode my bike to school there and back. It was where Sierra Mini Mart is by.
Ready?
No, the other one. That's further down on Laspina.
I'm not too sure. But I know what you're talking about.
Where the Guadalajara store is too. That where they're right next to each other, the Sierra Mini Mart and stuff, and the Port
Yes.
Sub, they're built together. So from there all the way to Live Oak is about how much I would bike there, and I was still kind of new to biking there and back. I would just like take the back roads or like the roads that were not busy. I would never go on La Spina itself because I was really scared to get hit.
Mhm.
And every time I got semi close to the white line, I get honked at. So I was like, man, fuck you, man. I was trying on my bike. You know, scared me. And so I I would ride the bike to school or to my house. So one day I'm riding the bike, cool, crisp, like 3:30 almost, because I stayed a little bit after, and then I pedaled home. I'm on like the back streets of like where the homes are, right there on La Spina. And I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm probably gonna go to jail. But I faked a police report,
What?
and
What?
I swear to God, I swear on everything, I faked a police report because I ate shit. Yes, but when I got home, I was too scared to tell my mom that I ate shit because if I told her I ate shit, she wouldn't let me ride my bike to school anymore.
True.
So
True facts.
So what I did was, Mom, there was this truck came out of nowhere. I pulled both brakes and I fell forward. And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna call the cops." I was like, "Wait,
Oh
wait,
shit.
please, wait." We can talk.
And that's how Jerry went to jail.
We can talk about this. We can talk about this. And then soon after, I had told my mom that the police come to file a
Oh
report.
god.
The
Oh
policeman
god.
looks at me and goes, "Did you get a look at the car?" And I was like, "It's a truck." And he was like, "Okay. Did you see the license plate?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I don't know how to read.
Well, yeah, duh. And then he was like, "What kind of truck was it?" And I was like, "I don't know, the
A
one with the
big
blue
one?
sticker, the Ford." He goes, "Okay. What color was it?" And I was like, "Black." Then my fucker looks at me and goes, "You know how many fucking black Ford trucks are here?" He goes,
He looks at your street and goes, "There's at least 8 on this street itself."
and he looks at me and then he goes, "Is there anything distinctive you knew about the truck that you saw?" And then I'm like, "It had big tires." He was like, "You motherfucker." I was trying to keep it as vague
As
as
vague as possible. Yeah.
because rewind, what had actually happened was I was riding my bike and I was going pretty fast. I was like, yeah, zooming. And then my brain told my hands, hey, you know, it'd be a cool idea. What? If you pulled both brakes and see what happens. And then my brain was like, wait, never mind. Don't do that. Because if you pull both brakes, we're probably just gonna stop immediately. And I was like,
Huh?
okay, true, facts. Because we're just gonna like a cartoon stop, like on the dime, if we
Yeah.
pull both brakes, right?
Mhm.
So my brain goes, even better idea. You pull just the front brakes and see what happens. And my brain goes, bet. So
Oh.
my hands go to the like put my fingers up to the brakes and I pull the front ones. That one immediately stops my front wheel and I go forward
It just pitches you
and
forward.
it pitches me forward. I had my helmet on, so like thank God I didn't like get a fucking concussion. Because
Yeah.
I swear, dude, I hit my dome or like a little bit. So
Yeah.
I pull the brakes, I go forward, and the bike lands on me. Douche. My pinky gets like kind of scuffed up. I think it's broken. I'm not too sure. I'm freaking out. I'm like there trying not to cry. I'm like, not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. And then literally that I didn't want to ride my bike anymore. I literally walked home and like tried to walk it off. And then I was like, dude, my hand really burns. I feel like it's broken. I'm not too sure, but it hurts.
Oh god.
And I was like, ow. And then my brain goes, but it was fun, right? And my and then the adrenaline goes, oh hell yeah, bro, you know, it's hella fun.
Oh hell yeah, that shit was amazing.
And then my pain receptors were like, you're a fucking dumbass. So that's fast forward now to the police report. And I was like, yeah, that happened. And he was like, he closed his notebook and goes, all right, well, we'll keep an eye out. If you see the truck again, let us know. And blah blah. And my mom was like, "You're not even gonna try even harder. My son, blah blah. He almost got hit, and this is all you guys gonna do?" And they're like, "Man, we got nothing to go on. He gave us nothing." And I sat there
Black
and I'm
truck,
like,
big tires.
I sat there and looked at my mom and I was like, "Mom, like, yo no sé, like, pasó todo bien rápido. Everything happened so fast. I don't know." And she's like,
Motherfucker, dude.
"Pobrecito, my hijo," and then she like hugs me, and I'm just like, "Homie, look, like, I don't know." And then literally after that though, it's like Every time I see a black truck now, I'm like, it's that one. Never mind, it's that one.
It was that
No,
one.
it's that
It
one.
was that one.
Here's that one. And then, or like we'd be driving and like my mom would remember something or like from the accident. Because later, like with my pinky, it turns out like I had sprained it or whatever,
Oh
or like
shit.
scuffed it up pretty bad. Because
Yeah.
I had to wear a splint on it.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. You had to stick that
Yeah.
one to the next one or whatever.
I had to wear a splint on it, and for like a while,
Jesus.
but I had to wear a splint, and then literally went to school. I told everybody what happened, and they're like, "Oh my god, who was it?" Blah, 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 blah. And then my close friend, I was like, "Bro, I'll be honest, I just ate shit. I didn't do anything. I was just too scared to lie to my mom because if I lied to her, I can't ride my bike anymore." So
Yeah.
somewhere out there, there's a false police report.
In
I'm not saying it
the
was me.
system.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying it was me,
But it might have been you.
but it might have been me. Who knows if they might have a cold case did or something? I don't know. Who
Hey bro,
knows?
they might still be looking for that black
They
Ford with
That
big
black
tires.
Ford with big tires, homie. It could be anything. It
Every
could be
time I see a black Ford with big tires, I'm gonna remember that
yeah,
story.
yeah. Because every time I drive around too, it reminds me too. I'm like, it was that one. No, never mind. It was that one. No, 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 that one. And so,
I mean, I drive a gray Ford with big tires.
but oh, it was you?
Yeah, it might have been.
Maybe I got the color wrong. I was honestly gonna say white, but I was like, nah, I'll do black. 'Cause black's more cool.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Uh,
more cool if I almost got hit by a black Ford. Yeah.
exactly. And so after a couple weeks, it died down. My gun was spun off like in a couple days. They were like, "You're fine. You're just being a bitch." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Uh, my dome felt okay because of the helmet.
Yeah.
Doctor said like, "Well, describing how you fell, if you weren't wearing a helmet, you probably would have cracked your skull on the pavement." And I was like,
Oh
"Damn, like
damn.
really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then you might have like maybe
Died.
died. I wouldn't. I don't know how fast you were going, so I can't tell you. You might have just like bruised it or whatever, but like I don't know. But he's like, and then he goes, "I really hope they find that truck who did that to you because that's pretty messed up." And I'm like, "Me too,
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they do too.
me too." Like, get the fuck out of here. And like I said, after a couple weeks it died. No one cared anymore. I still got to ride my bike to school, so that was lit. But now I knew, okay, don't press the front ones, only the back ones.
Oh, the back one.
Got it.
But you never check to see what happens if you hit both at the same
I
time.
did it, and then every now and then my brain would be like, "Hey, what if we do both at the same time again? But like we do it for reals." And I'm like, "Doctor said I could have died, so no." So like
I'll
the
have to live with this. I'll have to live with not knowing.
so the small voice was like, "But look, if we do it, it'll look cool, and we'll see what it looks like." The big voice was like, "We could die, so no." So then the small voice was like, "Fine, fuck you," and the big voice was like, "Fuck you." So yeah,
The duality of man having an internal conflict.
yeah. I mean,
Oh my,
that's a better love story than Twilight. But
yeah.
that was my bike story. Ever since then, I think it's been a minute since I've actually rode a bike. Actually, though,
Yeah.
like ever since I got my license, it's always been like, all right, four wheels now. Now I slam the brakes hella hard and see what happens. Or no,
Slam the brakes and
no,
turn to
dude,
the left.
no,
See what
homie, look,
happens.
I'll be honest. When I'm driving and I'm on the freeway, I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I just slammed the
Slammed
brake
on the
and
brakes.
put it in park.
You fucking destroy your transmission, homie.
Yeah, oh, I know that because like I know a little bit about cars, but in my
Yeah.
head, I'm like, it'd be kind of cool though
Kind
to
of
see.
want to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or like or like maybe like brake and then reverse and see what happens. Or like, do I just stop and go?
Oh, oh God.
So, I mean, hey, I'm always having these like driving thoughts, whatever. Or like
Yeah. Out of
what
nowhere,
if?
you're like, what
What
if
if?
I did this?
What ifs? Like always putting myself in
Yeah.
like some stupid ass situation. Like, what if this? Or like a school shooter came right now. What would I do? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
All
know.
the time, bro. You're always preparing for those situations, bro.
I don't know, man. Like, would I be the hero, or would I like play dead, or would I just like laugh, or would I join?
Yeah.
These,
Wait.
these are all
These
probabilities.
are all probabilities. He's just like
Which
hands you a
one?
gun. You're like, well,
Which one's the right one?
yeah, exactly.
And then like I play like mental chess, like 40 chess in my head. I'm like,
Mhm,
and then
mhm. What if
meanwhile,
this happens? That happens.
the teacher is giving a lecture about photosynthesis and cell division, and I'm like, okay, all right, okay, I got it. And so yeah, that that was my bike story. Uh, it's actually been a minute since I actually told that one because like I always forget or like it never comes up. Like, oh, I ride bikes. So
I've never actually heard it. You told me that you had a bike story, but you never told it to me.
I s- I forgot
Like
then.
how it
Or
happened, or like how it happened, or anything like that. You told me
okay.
one time you ate shit on a bike, but that was it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, was it
Uh,
was it cool? Yes.
yes,
Would I do it
obviously.
again? No.
With the helmet.
Maybe.
Okay, I will put it down as a maybe.
Well, Rain will bookmark it.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in it. We'll come back to that one later. This
Other
is a
one later.
surprise tool we can use for later.
We'll have that conversation later with myself at night.
Yeah. What if? Yeah.
What if
I actually have two stories of when I ate shit on my bike. One time I was
Davis?
like, huh?
You're at Davis because you always rode your
One
bike.
was at Davis, yes, but one was when I was younger. I was
Hey.
like 8, I think, and I had
Mhm.
just hopped up. So I used to ride my bike like in the street around the front of my house, and
Yeah.
my area that I could ride it was one house to the right of our house, because then there was like a cross street, and I could go like 5 or 6 houses down the other way, because then it was too far. My parents got mad because I was like kind of out of vision. I basically was at that point I was too far in case I found ate shit, and they didn't want to walk that far to go help me up.
Yeah.
So they were like, "You can only go this far, because like if you fall and hurt yourself, I gotta walk over there and get you. And if you go too far, I'm just gonna leave you there."
I'm just gonna like
Uh,
he's got it.
I
Tough
was
it out.
like, "That's fair enough, you know." So I like hop up on the curb, because like I would like sometimes just hop up on the curb and go on the sidewalk, or be on the street and stuff. So I hop up on the sidewalk, and like I'd hopped onto it pretty fast, and I'd like win. How like how there's like the driveway, and so
Yeah.
like I kind of like ramped up a little bit, and I like landed on the sidewalk, and I'm going pretty fast, and like I was a little wobbly because like I was kind of being a little reckless,
Nice, nice.
and I was trying to like I was like the front was a little wobbly, and then I hit not a pebble, it was a sizable rock, because it threw me off the court, like it threw me off my line, right,
Yeah.
and it threw me more to the right, and that happened so happened to happen right before I got to the division between the house that I was in front of and the next house. And that guy had a fence that ran, it was like a wood fence, and it was like a short one, like waist, a little like maybe waist chestish high, all
Yeah.
the way out to where the sidewalk started. And so because it threw me to the right, my right handlebar like got hit on the fence. And so what happened was I was like I saw that I was like I went to turn my handlebar back to the left to like avoid it,
Mhm.
but I was like, I'm gonna hit it, and so I let go of the handlebar with my right hand,
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm gonna smash my fingers clean into this fence. And so
True, true.
I hit my handlebar, but because I was holding my left one, I literally like did a flip where my whole body went over me, and I landed on my back on the floor on the sidewalk right there in front of the bike.
Yes.
And I knocked the air out of me like hard. It was like one of those where like you try to breathe and you can't. And I was like, and I was like, oh god, like I'm gonna die right here. Like this is
This is
how I
right
die.
there. This is
This
how
is
I
where I
die.
die. This is. I was like, damn. I didn't think I was gonna go like a bitch. Like fuck, dude. I had so much more to live for. And so,
Oh, it's like roller.
like, yeah, exactly. And so, shut up. And so, like, I just remember like opening my eyes and like seeing like stars, and then all of a sudden, so that house right there, right where I was like approaching, was Jim Cray's house. Which, when I was young, he was old. So like when I was in high school, he was very old. When I came back from college, that dude was ancient. So like for as long as I can remember, that guy was old. And he always smoked, like he chain smoked a pack a day or 2 packs a day. Like he was bad. He always smelled like cigarettes, and he was
Yeah.
nosy as hell. But he was this old white guy that used to take care of the neighborhood. So like whenever we would go on vacation, we knew nothing would ever happen because he was gonna call the cops. Like we knew for a fact he was like the neighborhood watch in
Right.
himself. He walks over to me, and he like standing up, smoking a cigarette, leans over and goes, "You okay, kid?" And I'm just kind of looking at him like,
You got
and
fish out
like
of water?
he literally takes a puff of his cigarette and like blows it out up, and then he goes, "Ah, you're fine, walk it off," and then starts walking back to the front door of his house. And my mom saw the whole thing happen from the front porch, because she was talking with my grandmother on the front porch, and I just like hear like mijo, mijo, and I hear her like coming, and she gets over here,
Yeah.
and I like sit up, and I'm like dazed. I was like, "What the fuck just happened, man?"
What the
Like
hell?
I just ate shit. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." Uh,
I'm
I think I
good.
need to go. I was like, I think I need to go inside though. And she was like, "Yeah, you're going inside." I was like, "Okay, I'm going inside." So I went inside, and like, luckily, all I got was like a couple scrapes on my elbows, and like my ass hurt, but like I didn't hit my head because as soon as I landed, I tucked my head into my chin or my head into my chest.
Okay. Your
So like
chin
I
into your
wouldn't,
chest.
yeah, my chin into my chest, so I wouldn't like bang my head on the cement or whatever. I landed pretty squarely on my back though, so it wasn't like it kind of distributed the weight, but it was like
Okay,
damn. And then Davis,
okay.
sophomore year, right near the
Okay.
beginning of the year. So a funny thing at Davis is like the first week or whatever, they say don't ride your bikes because all the freshmen are riding their bikes, and a lot of these kids have never either rode a bike or haven't rode a bike since they were like 10.
Yeah.
So they're all dumbasses, and they get stuck in the fucking bike circles. And you just see that kid gets like, what happens is like you get to the bike circle, right? And like there's like this one big one. There's a couple big main ones. They get stuck in it, and then they get pushed towards the center, and then they can't get out. So they just keep going in loops. And literally, the upperclassmen would put like GoPros in the center of those circles just to watch the accidents because motherfuckers would be wiping out every day, several times a day. Like there were so many accidents.
Yes.
And so like I would like my freshman year, I was like,
I
nah,
can
I'm a
see that.
bike. And I was like, I'm good. Like I didn't have any accidents, but I saw that accidents and I was like, fuck, like I don't know. And then I got really into walking, especially because my bike was really shitty. So I'd only take my bike if I needed to like go somewhere fast or I was going far on the other side of campus. I needed like to carry a lot with me. So it was a little bit like after like school started. For whatever reason, the rain came early my sophomore year and it was raining very hard, right?
Oh.
And so it was really wet. And I don't think it might have been raining or it might have been like just rained because it was still very dark out. It was daytime though, like there was just hella overcast, right?
Mhm.
And I'm biking and I would always bike really close to the curb because I didn't like biking in the middle because that's where all the dumbasses were. So I would stay near the edge, especially if I needed to like cut out real quick or like go somewhere real fast. I would just speed up and like, then I would enter into the center or whatever. Like I would always stay on the outside. So I'm on the outside, and then there's this one chick, and she's biking, and I realize she's like kind of like drifting outwards a little bit, and so I was like, oh, whatever, like I'm good. And so like I backed up a little bit, and then like we turned the corner, and like so she like speeds up or whatever, right? And she like moves to the center, and I'm like, okay. And then I was like, all right, like I'm gonna speed up, because I was like, I'm like kind of running a little behind, and I think I checked my watch, and I was like, I'm running behind, so I sped up, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden, she drifts hella hard to like the side.
What the
Like
hell?
I don't know if she lost control or she just moved really, but she didn't even look over her shoulder or anything. And so then
Mhm.
she like pinches me between her bike and the curb, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, in my split decision, I was like, I either like brake really hard, but it's slick and it's wet, so I'm gonna eat shit,
Yeah, you
or
gotta
I turn
slide.
really hard to the left, which I might also slide, but I'm probably gonna pit maneuver her, and I don't want to know what's gonna happen if I do that. Like all this went through my head in a split second. So what I did was I slammed my bike into the curb,
Nice.
into the side,
Yeah.
and because I did this, I like I hit it and it like the bike stopped really like abruptly,
Hmm.
and so I went over the handlebars, but your boy was already prepared.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
I basically did like a dive off of the bike, landed with my hands first into a roll.
Nice.
And I
Like a
rolled.
barrel.
Yeah, I barrel rolled. I landed and I landed on my hands. It was like a dolphin dive. Like I dived like a swan dive, like in COD.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
like rolled over my back, like over my backpack, over my shoulders, and then I landed. I didn't like land it sitting up. I landed my legs like smacked on the cement. So like it wasn't flawless, but like I
Hey, good
avoided a
enough.
lot of the pain because I
Good enough.
rolled and then like I was sitting on the floor. So I'm just sitting there and it was really wet. I don't think it was raining, but it was like soaking wet. And I was wearing like a raincoat and I'm sitting there with my jeans and like now my ass is all wet. And I just kind of just sat there and she noticed it. So I think it was like accidental that she drifted that hard because she like stopped a little ahead. And she's kind of just looking back, looking at me. And I kind of just like waved her off, like, you're good. Go ahead. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
No, I'd be
Just
like, I
me.
want to exchange insurances.
Insurance right now. Look at my bike. Look at it.
Later.
Funny thing is, nothing happened to my bike. It ain't not a dent,
Wow.
nothing. Motherfucker was a trooper. It was the $70 one from Walmart, and it was the best. The
Yeah.
motherfucker lasted through everything. And so like I'm just sitting there, and there's like other bikers going by, and I was just kind of sitting there. I just like sat there for like a good like 2 minutes, like damn.
Trying to collect yourself.
Well, I was kind of like, I kind of just want to go back to my room. I just want to go back to like my apartment and like just go sleep. Like I don't want to be here anymore. Like I'm all wet now. Like yeah, I just want to walk back to the bus station, hop on the bus, go back to my apartment, and go to sleep. Like I shouldn't have came to school today. So like eventually like a couple bikers like stop and like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm good. I just like almost ate shit." So I'm just like I literally was like, "I think I'm just collecting my thoughts if I want to continue with today." And they were like, "Understandable. Have a good day."
Understandable. Have a good day.
And so I
Honestly.
got up, grabbed my bike, looked at it, and I was like, "Damn, it's not broken." So I hopped back on it and went to class.
Damn.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is when I did it when I was 8, prepared me for when I was a sophomore in college to not do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
basically, Sal, you almost ate shit several times in Davis.
Yes, yes. But I saved myself because I was the
Came prepared.
experience was like burned into my memory. Like, hey, if you go over the handlebars
Right,
again,
bro.
just turn it into a roll. Just do a barrel roll. Like you're already going hands first. Just
Yeah, just tuck
tuck
them
and
in.
roll. Tuck them in
Yeah,
afterwards.
exactly.
Yeah. For
See, I
real. How
was
about
Well,
you,
for me
Steven?
with bike stuff, it's like, you remember the burritos back in the DC?
Oh hell yeah.
Dude, like my mornings would be I'd run out with a burrito and then eat it on the way to. Remember that professor we had that was actually kind of good at teaching calculus?
Yes.
I don't remember his name, but he taught us how to.
He's the one that used to wear the shirt with the panda on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that guy was really cool.
So like I learned how to bike without my hands. So what I would do is I would have my burrito in my left hand and my phone in my right hand, and I text people while biking over to class, and I use my body to lean the bike over and turn.
Uh-huh.
nice.
And the next thing I was trying to do, learn how to stand on my bike, but no, I couldn't do that. And then I almost ate shit once. This is how I learned to drift. I told Sal this story. I don't know if I mentioned it on podcast, where it's like there are some parts of the Arboretum where it's an arced bridge, you know?
Uh-huh.
And on both sides, you have 6 feet of walkway at the ends of the bridges. And this is when we first came to Davis, the very beginning. So I didn't know much about what it was like.
Yeah,
So
like
at
the
nighttime,
pathways
when I
and
went
stuff.
out to bike, I was like, "Ooh, an arc! I'm gonna go full speed above that,"
Yes.
and I did. And when I hit the top of the arc, I saw the bottom, and I was like, "There's 6 feet of clearance once I can turn. Like I have to turn in that distance."
Yeah.
Shit! And there's just dirt and plants all in front of me that I'm gonna go lay out in. So the second my bike crossed the threshold of when it was like I can start the turn, I threw my full body weight in it. And what happened was, instead of flying into the plants, my bike's back tire skid against the asphalt and turned much sharper, and I was able to make the full turn. I drifted. It's like, when you see drifting in Mario Kart. I did
Yeah.
that with the bike, and I was like, and I was going at full speed. And I was like, what the did I just learn? So that started something which never ended until I broke my bike.
Oh,
For example, we were having a fire drill at my dorm, and I fucking was late. Well, I wasn't at my dorm. When I came, I saw a bunch of firefighters and everyone outside. I was like, what the fuck? And I drifted really loudly on accident, and everyone looked, and I was like, what's up?
That was
yeah, you hit him with the
that's
sub.
me. Yeah. Pops his collar and was like, "Ah, I'm a bay."
Hey, what's going on? You hit him with the what's up?
He's like, "I swear it's stock."
All I'm saying is my boy Tokyo drifted.
He did. He did. He was like, "If I turn hard enough left, I'll go right.
Yeah, he did turn left to go right.
Turn left to go right." Yeah. I don't know. I feel
Right,
like just
life
Dave
is
Davis in general was just like crazy with the bikes all the time. Like there was always shit going on with bikes. Like if you weren't getting like an accident, you saw accidents happening. There was always crazy shit going on. Like I learned how to bike with no hands, but it was a lot harder with like my bike because one, it was a really shitty bike, so like you got to pedal fairly hard to keep it going at a decent speed. And also I always had like a heavy ass backpack because of like my laptop, and I carried hella notebooks on me and stuff. So like it was hard to do it with my bike, but my buddy's bike, he had a really nice one. That I would borrow sometimes to go to school, and that one was so easy. Like I would lean back and I'd be like biking along like one of the busiest streets in Davis called Second Street. It's right by it's like right on the edge of town, and it like it would take me all the way from my apartment all the way clean down to like downtown, and then I'd take downtown to the school. And there was like cars going like 50 next to me, and I'd just be on my phone typing, fucking pedaling, no hands, like hella chill because the bike was just so good at keeping speed. Because the thing with biking with no hands is you need like a decent enough speed to keep it steady. Because if you're going too slow, it wobbles. But if you keep a decent speed, it'll keep it straight for you, and then you like minor adjustments back and forth to keep you down the straight path.
You just need to shift your body weight a little bit. You'll start turning. But the
Yeah.
thing is, you have to be. It's a good keep a good speed so that it stays straight. That's how. Because
Yeah.
it's like the way you're turning is like when you're turning with a skateboard. The wheels aren't turning. You're shifting it. It's more pressure on
Yeah.
one side, so then you're leaning that direction. You know.
Yeah.
So
So
you
like
can
if
fuck
you're
that
not
up
going
really
fast
quickly.
enough and you start leaning on the bike, your front tire is gonna turn instead of lean with you. So like yeah, so if you go too slow, your fucking front tire is just gonna fucking do a 90-degree on you, and that's how you die.
Never
Yeah.
learned. I always thought it was too dangerous for me, and I was right.
Well, I always thought it was dangerous for me, and then one time my friends was like, "Oh, it's easy. Like, here, try one hand." I was like, "Oh, one hand's easy. I do it all the time." They're like, "Okay, just take your other one off," and I was like, "All right, whoa,
Whoa there, Buckaroo.
whoa." Well, like take my left hand off and then put my right hand back on, and they're like, "No, take both off," and I was like, "Okay,
That one.
Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hands."
I want to say I did
Yeah.
it for like a couple seconds when I was biking, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it was for me. It was always a couple seconds because I was like grabbing something from my backpack on the side or my phone from my pocket. Most of the time I at least had one hand on it. Sometimes there's times I was like, I gotta send this message, so it was like, all right, just keep it steady and just type with both your hands and
Yeah, but
off
then you had
the.
those cool people who just like nonchalantly had both hands just like dangling down and was like, "Sup?" And I'm like, "Dude, shut up."
Yeah,
I
there was a
hope
lot
you
of those.
crash.
I hope you fall and break your elbow.
And I'm gonna
I'm gonna
say
say
it.
it. I don't care if you broke
Okay.
your elbow. Yeah. All right, but there is one thing I want to know if you care about.
What?
If you, all right, go first, dude.
No, he said
Oh,
what?
oh
Oh,
well.
oh,
Guys, I don't know if you can do this, but if you could change one thing and it would cost $1 forever, what would that be? Like, I
Huh?
don't think I've ever thought of such a deep question.
What?
I'm saying, bro. One thing you be like, all right, for forever now, this is $1. I just can buy that for $1. Move on with my life.
Wait, what about supply and demand?
I don't give a shit.
Oh, so it's no whole bunch?
Question,
We in creative mode?
Oh my god, dude, you guys always hit when I bring a fucking discussion question. You guys always hit me with these fucking questions.
Yes. Okay, so
Because
what
I
if
want
it's
into the
one? Okay,
parameters.
what if it is cost nominally $1, but like that dollar is worth like $1,000 in today's dollars, because the dollar's value isn't fixed.
He's got a
Yes,
point.
exactly. I know, but I'm just saying it's always $1. So in
Yeah,
10
but
years
what
from
do you
now,
mean by that? Do you mean like the real terms of what a dollar is now? So
motherfucker,
whatever
dude.
this thing is worth like
Okay,
that much gold. That's it. You
No,
know?
no, right now. Okay, so like right now,
okay.
whatever the dollar's worth, like okay, you see the dollar, like the paper dollar,
Yeah.
it costs that paper dollar. So it doesn't matter about inflation or deflation. It always costs one paper dollar.
Okay, but like, what if we get rid of the dollar and then we get to $2 bills? And then does it cost $2?
No, you just get
We
two
get
for the one two
we
dollar
get
bill.
we get
You
two
just
for
get
one
two
though.
for the $2 bill.
Nice. Okay.
That's how that works. And if they come out with the $3 bill, you get three for $3.
Cool. Hey, speak the lingo.
All right, so something where you're like, it's always $1 now. It's always just the $1 bill for this item, whatever you want. What do you mean?
Anything you want for $1.
Okay, well you come up with them then.
How you not gonna get sloppy for $1?
Can you hear me? I'm saying things.
I can hear you now.
We can
Okay.
hear you now.
I would make my dream house $1.
How does that work?
Easy. That
You're
means
making how
everything
much
in it.
dollars?
That would mean my like the land, the property, all
Everything,
that. It would
$1.
cost $1. It doesn't mean it means my house would never grow in value, but I means I could buy my dream house for $1.
Dude,
He
that is
actually
a double-edged sword.
he
I
How
don't
fucking
much?
care. I
Yeah,
don't
but how
want to
much
sell it
your?
to someone. That's my dream house. That's where I'm gonna live with
That's
my
true.
wife. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
If I can
yeah,
get it for $1, fuck yeah. It means I can move there now.
yeah. He's not wrong.
he actually fucking played you. Holy
I
shit.
I just think it's hilarious because he like thought about the after effects of like, yeah, if I ever try to sell
Oh,
something, it's
yeah.
only worth $1.
Yeah,
Like, it's
but
not worth anything. But if it's dream house, he's never gonna sell it.
oh,
So
yeah, obviously.
exactly. So it doesn't matter what it's worth because it's worth more to him.
Anything for $1.
Bam. Raw anime outro right now.
Anything for $1.
You're still thinking about it.
Well, cause like it's $1, so but it's anything I
Okay.
want for $1. So like trying to think of like if I go to the dollar store, what's already there,
Oh
you
my
know?
god. Oh my
So I'm
god.
repeated. So I'm repeated.
So you don't repeat it,
Yeah,
obviously.
'cause
Obvious.
if I go M&M's, well, M&M's are already $1, probably less.
You're like, yeah, you're like, fuck, dude, I just increased the price of that.
No, I just wait. Oh, hold on. No, I'm on to
Bro,
something.
I remember back in the day when Hershey's used to be 3 for 99 cents.
I'm on to
And
something here.
now Hershey's are like 1 for $1.50. And I'm like, what the fuck happened, dude? Where did we go wrong?
Sal, what about this?
Huh?
What if you could buy your wife for $1?
Damn, she
That's,
cheap as hell.
that's just slave trade, homie.
That's the mail order wives from Taiwan, bro.
Exactly. Well, but I mean, like, you get your perfect girl. You just have to pay $1 and then she's yours. She marries you.
That is breaking the system.
Wait, how is that breaking the system?
I don't know, man. I think it's
Why?
cheating
Like,
somehow.
how? You
I
get
don't
her.
know. I mean, your logic is sound. I'm not saying it's not. But
What
I'm
it
pretty
feels
sure, like
wrong?
Omar said, that's slave trade. I'm pretty sure that's slave
That's,
trade.
that's,
Okay.
that's the mail order.
Wait, what about this? What if you could buy the entire United States for $1? Like, the land is all
Fuck
yours.
no. No, I don't want that. I don't want that kind
That's
of
that's too OP, homie.
No, not even. I just don't want that kind of headache, bro.
The headache?
Because if I buy it, I inherit all the problems that are in it.
No. Okay, you have to
No,
realize.
you just get the land. You have nothing to do with the government.
Homie.
Oh, okay.
You gotta think.
Okay.
If we can buy this for $1, does that mean anybody else can buy it for $1?
Well, you could sell it for $1, but if you buy it, it's your choice to
No.
sell
I'm
it.
saying, what happens if someone else buys it for $1 before you do?
No, but no, it's gonna go for a sale for $1, and we're gonna be the first person to buy it. Honestly, Steven makes a good point. I would buy the entire land of the U.S. of A. for $1.
Okay, well, you said all land or just that one piece of land?
All land of the U.S. of A.
So all land would be worth $1.
I would buy it for $1, and I would own it, and I would never sell it.
Okay, but since that's your land, the materials and everything coming with it, that's more than one thing, no?
Well, that's why I said when I want my dream house to be $1, so then it includes everything.
Yeah.
See?
So I would own all the land. So basically, what happened is, anytime somebody want to do something, I would have to approve it, right?
Okay.
And so like they're like, damn, we found oil in Texas, and I'd be like, you found oil in Texas?
No.
And they'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, I found oil in Texas.
all
50% all toll it, all toll it. You know,
okay.
so that's how they talk over there.
True.
And I'd be like, you give me 50%, I'll let you put the pipes in. And they put the pipes in.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I drive a hard bargain. I own the land.
Kind of rough, but
Yeah, I don't care. I own the land. What the fuck are you gonna do? If I say no, you don't get to do it.
they can still do it. They just can't get caught.
And then I take 100% when I catch them.
That's if it's a good
Don't be
one.
giving people ideas, man. I'm trying to buy the U.S. for $1. All right, Ghost. Oh, you're the last one. So we can finish this up.
Fudge. Anything for $1, and it stays $1. We got dollar bread already that exists.
You motherfucker! Jesus Christ!
What? I want to make
You,
mine good.
you actually said dollar bread.
Well, like we got dollar bread already. It just sucks.
Okay.
Sal, know what you should say?
What?
Fucking a million subscribers. You can get them all for $1.
Good, Omar. You'd be famous.
For what though?
I don't know. For shits and giggles.
I got it.
Okay. Okay.
I want all money to be $1.
My God, Jesus Christ! You want to
That
buy all
way-
the money for $1?
Buy all the money for $1.
Okay.
That way I can change it all to $1, and then no one could be broke. We can all
But-
live happily ever after in the sunset.
But then, if
We're
you
all
do that,
equally poor. No,
we're all equally poor.
you bastard.
So if I'm broke, we all broke.
Damn, I didn't want to live under communism. What the fuck?
And on that note,
There's a fucking like Marxist. Oh my god, sad.
And look, man, I was just saying, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good.
but that's all, folks. See you in the next episode.